Hi everybody. I set up my title, right? Okay, good. One thing I did not do is fix my bot command. So one moment, please. One moment, let me get that fixed and then we can game. Hold on. Hi everybody. Oh, they already fixed the bot command. Oh, there you go. Thanks, mods. Hello everyone. Welcome, welcome, welcome. No, game, come on. Game capture, The Sims 4. Wait for it. There we go. There we go. We're playing Not So Berry today. And if you were not here the last time we played Not So Berry, well, we have some things to catch up on. We're having some slight problems in this household, so we'll have to discuss, basically. Hey, Pirate, Lay, and NC Stone, and Transy Abby, Alex, Daphne Venus, Moonsocks, thank you for the subs, thank you so much. Oh my goodness. Okay, anyway. Who's Iris? I'll explain, Belle, I'll explain. Imagine how I feel about this. If you think you're stressed about this, imagine how I feel about this. Oh, this stream does not include paid promotion. That was yesterday. I didn't turn it off. Oh no. Today's stream does not include paid promotion. That's a brand new... Yesterday was the first time I did a sponsored stream since the branded content checkbox existed. So I didn't know that I didn't turn it off. I forgot. This stream's not sponsored. Yesterday's was, though. All is well. Anyway, long story, but basically, we've been playing the Not So Berry challenge, and this is my Gen 6 sim. His name is Blaze. He had a wife called Iris. She is dead. As of very recently, as in a couple days ago, she is dead. And then, same stream, I threw myself a little birthday party for my next generation Sims to become young adults. So we're young adults now. The problem is, you know how if you have parenthood, your Sims when they're teens, they can have mood swings and such? Yeah, so basically, Peppa was having a bit of a mood swing, and then when I aged her up into a young adult, she was still mortified, and then died. So, I didn't do it. Let's be clear. I killed Iris, her mom. I did not kill Peppa. Now Peppa is here. She's a ghost. So we sort of are dedicating our lives to bringing Peppa back to life. I think that's going to be sort of our next order of business here, is to spend a long time trying to get Ambrosia to bring her back to life. No, deep down, I did not want Peppa to be dead. I made a joke about how stressful it would be if that happened, and then I pled for her and it didn't work. I did not want Peppa to die. I didn't want that. That is not the plan. That's not the plan. This did not go well. This was bad. Anyway. No, Marissa, this is only the second time I've had to resurrect a Sim in this legacy. It was the same cause of death, though. But this is only the second time I've had to bring a Sim back to life. This is generation 17. So yes, only. As if you've never had a Sim die by accident. This is not my fault. There's video evidence of this not being my fault. I won't accept this, chat. I didn't do this. Objectively, this is not my fault. Iris was my fault. This, though, not my fault. Anyway, so we have some work to do. I think we're probably going to start the stream by moving houses, though, because we've been meaning to move into the new pink generation house So I'm probably gonna start by going there. I'm just a little bit sad about it because I like this house a lot, and I don't really want to leave, to be honest. I really loved this house. I had so much fun being here. So I'm like gonna be sad when we have to go. But anyway, we have a new house for the pink generation, so it'll be fun still. It's just gonna be a lot. Moving when we have all of this to worry about is a lot. So anyway, what happened to Iris? Oh, she went in the pond. I pled for her too, it just didn't work. Oh. That is an angelfish. There's an angelfish right there from when I brought a sim back to life last time. The hardest part of this is going to be getting the angelfish back again so I can bring her back to life again. And I have a stupid mounted one right there and I can't even use it. Ugh. Anyway, I still have the death flowers though, so that's fine. We'll be okay there. That's actually like kind of rude though. I feel like it's taunting me. Okay, I need this fire toilet. I don't really need those bathrooms. I need this. I'm gonna get the pictures afterward. Come on. No poop sign. I'll get the pictures later though so I can put them in my Sims inventory. They'll be safer that way. I need my slug. I need Chef Gino. None of that. Can't you cook with mounted fish? I don't think you can cook with mounted fish. I'm pretty sure that you can't, but I could be wrong, I guess. I don't think so though. I don't think so. I need this and this probably. Oh my goodness. I need this. I'll probably want this. I'm gonna want this. I'll bring this. No, I won't bring that. I want some of these things. I'm gonna need this and this. Probably this and this. We have a long list of things we need. Meow, thank you for the gifted subs. V-Sheep and invite. We got Kaylee, Alex, Gladys. Cheyenne, thank you so much. Thank you so much. Claire, Momster, Lady Artful, Malika, Alex, Fluffy, Clara, Rue, Pumpkin. And I'm sending you a lot of love, friend. I'm sorry that you felt like you had to send that message so many times, but I am sending you a lot of love. I'm so sorry. I can't even imagine. Samantha, Swifty, for the hope of it all. Jen, Amber, Elena, Riven, Envy, Kirsten, Savvy, Megan, Skullsy, K Toner, thank you for the subs. Okay, thank you all so much. Who's the heir? Well, well, the heir's not Peppa Pig, that's for sure. She's dead, so. I'll tell you one thing for certain. The heir is not Peppa. I think that's all of the important stuff. Now I gotta get the pictures in the graves. But, anyway. Okay. So what I was going to do is put them in my Sims inventory. I didn't miss any photos, chat, if you were panicking. I was just going to put them here with my Sim because it's easier for me to make sure I don't lose them if they're here with my Sim instead of in random places. Do you see what I mean? No, Peppa wasn't going to be the heir. We were always going to have, oh, I need to get a couple of these things. Actually, I want those gold bars. We were always going to have Barbie as the heir. Peppa was her twin sister. We liked Peppa too, but we had just decided we wanted Barbie as the heir. Are those all the ones from these places? Probably. Who do the graves belong to? 229 people. I have a lot of them, so. Oh, 231. Oh my god. Oh my god. I gotta get all the things out of this hallway as well, because I don't want to lose those, but I'll get that next. Like I tried to warn you, it's definitely a process getting all of our things to move, so. That should be good. Okay. That should be good. Above Blaze's bed? Okay, I'll get those. That's fine. Come here, everyone. Take those, take that, take that, take that, take that, take that, take that, take that. Okay. Oh, I didn't even like these ones that much. Wasn't Iris immortal? No, Iris, she did die once and I pleaded for her and she came back to life, but the second time didn't work. Iris did die once and come back though. Okay. So I think I'm gonna have, you could probably take all of the family's graves, and then I'll give your ghost sister all of the strangers' graves so we can keep them separated. That'll work. Okay. Little Tree Justice, Jada, Nessie, Churchy, BC, thank you for the subs. Look, the whole beginning of this stream is gonna be this, by the way. I'm just warning you. A lot of graves there. Not that many. It's a couple, but it's not like anything excessive. I feel like you should have a ghost heir. Well, the problem with having a ghost as an heir is that ghosts can't have kids. And I like to have biological children in this because I think it's fun how they are like, I don't know, they look like their parents and stuff. I just think that's a cool aspect of it. So obviously they could adopt, but I think that I probably would never use a ghost as an heir just for that reason. Okay. I think you might need a few more graves. It's not enough. Yeah, I've been working on trying to expand my collection. It just, you know, slowly growing every day. Slowly growing. Check if ghosts can have science baby. I am almost certain that it can't. Yeah. Other people can have science babies, but ghosts cannot have science babies. I just checked. I proved it. We're moving today? Yeah, we are. We're moving. I'm just packing all my graves right now. So, don't mind me. I'm just packing up all of my graves so that I can move. Just joined. Why are we in a graveyard? We're not in a graveyard, Jeannie. This is my front yard. I'm moving. This is not a graveyard, though. This is just where I live. Sarah Stack, Roxy, thank you for the subs. It's gonna take us a while. I've tried to warn you all. Moving day is a big ordeal in this save file. So, wish me luck. Oh yeah, I've been meaning to say that. Okay, so everyone, I have an important life update. Do you remember how, like a couple weeks ago, when I did the nightmarish mod shell challenge and the evil mods made this evil shell? And then I found out they had a Discord server they were using to make it behind my back. And then I was like, oh, now the shell's over, I can join the server, right? And they were all like, no. And I was like, okay. Sorry for asking. I was like, that's kind of weird, but okay. Well, I found out why they said that yesterday. I went to Miv's house for Miv's birthday, and I showed up, I had a small gift. I got Miv this cute tote bag and a candle. And Miv hands me this giant bag, this giant gift bag full of things that they called a care package from the mods, which was very nice of them. Did not have to do that. Totally did not expect them to do that. But how funny that's why I was denied access to the Discord server. It's because they were planning that behind my back. But how funny they were like, no, you are not allowed to join. And the reason is they had like these secret plans to give me a present, which was really nice of them. But I totally did not expect that at all. I did not expect that at all. So, yeah, and apparently Dan was in there too. Behind my back. Evil plotting behind my back on more than one occasion. And then I brought Miv a birthday gift. I got upstaged. Here I am, going to Miv's house with my little gift. And then she hands me a big gift. Come on. It was unbelievable. I was like, happy birthday, Miv. And then, anyway. Yeah, I didn't really, I tried not to think about it too much when they wouldn't let me join the server. But I did have this like, that's really weird. Why aren't I allowed? Were they talking about me? Like I did have that kind of, they were talking about me. But not in a bad way. It was just, they were just talking about getting me a present and it was supposed to be a surprise. So, what did I get? Oh, they got me quite a few things. I have it all sitting downstairs. I don't know if I could carry it up here very easily by myself. I could, but I'm being dramatic. There was like some art in there. There was some stickers. I got a book. I got this like little topiary thing. I mean, there was a whole bunch of things. I got a cute poster. They like really teamed up to get me a bunch of cute little things. So Anyway, I was very excited about that. I think I need to bring my pond. And I think that's the last of my... I almost forgot some of this stuff. Okay, I kind of want to get this too. And my gold bars. And maybe I'll bring these extra picture frames, even though I don't really need them. Sorry for gasping like that. I probably scared you by doing that. I didn't mean to. Light show on the second floor? Do I have one up here? Oh, I do. Okay. I think that's everything actually important, unless I wanted to bring this art stuff, but I don't really need it. That should be all of the actually important things. Okay. Okay. We should, at this point, be good to go. So let me move. Oh, annoyingly, actually, ads are going to play. No, I got the fire toilet, don't worry. Oh, and my bat by the front door. Ads are going to play, so I'll let them run and then I'll move. How about that? I already snoozed it twice, so... I can't do it again. I'm out of snoozes. Robin, Matilda, Dash, Marissa, Cassidy, Honeybee, Sarah, Zach, thank you all so much. You are evil plotting by, like, asking Dan to check my books so that he could make sure I didn't have the book that you wanted to buy me. Oh my gosh. That's so funny. That's so funny. Well, I didn't, so. I have the pictures. Yeah, I have the pictures. Don't worry, I got them. Not so berry, 612. Okay, let's try that. You had Dan check if things were to my taste. Oh my goodness. Why? So Dan was plotting behind my back too this whole time. Can you believe that? Stuff on the shelves in the office? What, in here? No. Not things that I need. I got all the stuff. Got the fire toilet. We're good to go. Needed an inside source. There you go. I got my postcards. I got everything. I got it all. I got it all. Look, there's a large selection of things in here. Oh, I could sell these. Could probably sell this little tiny... I could sell a couple of these things before we go to make our lives a little easier. But I have my postcards. I think we're okay. No, I don't have 2 billion save games. The numbers obviously are not right on my saves. It's because I mess with the slot numbers of my save files when I like change the names of them, the slot numbers. And so the numbering is off. So it's numbering from like a billion. Obviously, I don't have a billion saves. Obviously, I don't have a billion saves. But anyway. Okay. Let's see. I would like to move household. Hello? Hire a servant. No. Move household. Okay. Let's go. How old are the chickens in the inventory by now? Oh my gosh. So old. I've got chickens in my Sims household inventory that are from when cottage living first came out. And they've just been in my backpack. Obviously, girl, I can expect anything from you. Okay, that's fair enough. I don't have a billion saves though. That would be a little excessive. That would be a little excessive. Okay, we're moving to Brindleton Bay. LG, Rachel, love for all peoples. Rudy, thank you for the subs. We got this beautiful house. I shall sell my furniture. Dang it! Okay. I don't have enough money. Please hold. Please hold. I'm slightly not enough money. That's okay. It'll be fine. Don't mind me. That scared you? Oh, sorry. Me screaming, dang it. My bad. My bad, my bad. Okay, load faster. How did Peppa die? Of embarrassment after she aged up from a teen into a young adult. She was having a mood swing as a teen, and then when she aged up, well, we had some problems. It's okay, I can come up with some extra money. There's some stuff that I don't really need to bring. Like, there's a couple extra computers that I have and things that I didn't need to keep with me. I brought the TV. I do kind of need that. I have that computer. Maybe I don't need this. I don't really need this voodoo doll anymore. That might help us. I guess I could sell like the woodworking table and the art stuff because I don't currently have an artist because my artist sim died. So we can get rid of that. Age down treat, ambrosia pet treat, can't get rid of those. I don't really need the backyard observatory anymore either. Piano? Well, no, it's more stuff that we're selling the whole house already. It's more, we have to more so sell things out of our inventory because the stuff in our inventory is what we're bringing with us to the new house. So we would get rid of stuff that I was keeping extra and maybe delete stuff from the new house because we're already gonna sell all of this when we leave. Does that make sense? And then we can go and like everything that's there is getting sold. And then we can also sell probably a couple things from inside the new house. I might, like, for example, I might have a TV placed in the new house and we don't need to bring an extra one because I have, like, I could delete that and then just bring mine, you know? So, anyway, let's go check. Bernalton Bay. I'm excited about this. Nadine, Life on Mars, Chick, thank you for the subs. Bulldoze the lot? It's not gonna make a difference, Courtney. We'll get all of our money back, don't worry. We'll get all of our money back, I promise. So, it'll be fine. And I wanna keep it there so I can move Sims out into it. I like to have the family there for a while. Why am I moving houses? Well, Waffle, I like to move, in the Not So Berry Challenge, I like to move for each generation. I think it's kind of fun to have a new house for all the generations. Look at that, see? That's the problem, is that I'm bringing that and I already had it. So I can also get rid of this computer because I'm bringing a computer. So then, no worries, we can afford the house. So, you can add ambrosia to a restaurant menu. Can you actually? Oh my goodness. Hey Mark, thank you for the 5 gifted subs. That's really funny. I didn't realize you could do that. Bring the trash bin? Did I not have one there already? This isn't where I live. I live here. I live here. Okay, let's go see. Anyway, it's fun, I think, to switch houses. Plus, with Not So Berry, the generations kind of have, like, color themes. So this is the orange gen. Now we're switching into the pink gen. So it's fun to have, like, an orange house and then a pink house, you know? So as we're switching between, I enjoy it. Get rid of everything in Peppa's room? I can't get rid of everything in Peppa's room. Peppa's still here. She's just a ghost. So, anyway. Anyway, and yeah, and also some generations, like, part of the rules are to live in a different world or something like that, so kind of just depends. Okay, maybe I will bring this money trash can just in case then. I'm pretty sure I already have it. I think you're all getting a little bit nervous, and it's gonna be fine, because we have got everything ready, so I think we can move now. Let's move. Peppa died. Yeah, I'm gonna bring her back to life though. It's fine. It's fine. We're gonna spend a long time trying to make ambrosia. She died when she aged up. She was mortified from her teenage mood swing. And then she died when she aged up. If you feel stressed about it, imagine how I feel. Where's Pulp? Right there. It's okay. Everyone needs to... Shh. Calm. Calm. You can do money cheats, yeah. You can do money cheats. It's Motherload gives you 50,000 simoleons, but you can also type a couple other ones. You can get like 1,000 simoleons at a time with a cheat. You can also type just money space and then a number and get that amount of money if you wanted to do money cheats. If that helps you. I don't really play with money cheats. I find it fun not to. But anyway, you could type like money 1,000,000. You can type ka-ching to get 1,000, Motherload to get 50,000. So there's various ways. Various ways. Which gen is this? We're moving on to the pink generation. It's Gen 7. So kind of wild. Yeah, or if you use mods, you could do that. Yeah, Rosebud used to be the cheat. I think Rosebud works in The Sims 4 still as well, but I always do ka-ching to get 1,000, but I think Rosebud probably still works also. Anyway, No, pink is Gen 7, not Gen 8, Gravy. Not yet. We're not on Gen 8 yet. Oh, Nikki, that's so exciting. Oh, I remember. Nikki had told us that they were going to meet up with someone for coffee on Saturday and to try and make a friend because it's hard to meet like IRL friends, you know? And they've been hanging out loads since. Nikki, I'm so glad for that update. That's awesome. Sort of decent person, Ariel. Thank you for the subs, both of you too. Anyway, we can put all of our things back now. Oh, God. Wish me luck, everybody. I didn't need to bring this. I had some already. I have this angelfish that I brought from the old house. I should probably put it up because I'm gonna have to like get another one, kind of as like a nod to how we had it before. Oh my goodness, putting the house back together takes me ages. It's kind of fun though, I feel like, going back through and putting everything back together how you had it, you know? And getting the new house set up like how you had the old house. Oh my God, putting stuff out of your inventory is so laggy. Okay, couple important things. Number one, we have to grow a death flower. Very, very important. I don't have any more plants though, so yikes. We'll grow our death flower. Oh, I don't need that. I don't need that either. I have a couple things I don't need. I'll get my robot vacuum back together. It's like IRL moving. Yeah, seriously. What do death flowers do? Oh, we need to use the death flower to craft our, we're gonna use the death flower to craft our ambrosia to bring our sister back to life. So, we need it for that very purpose. It is extremely important, clearly. We got sisters to bring back to life, you know? I don't have any space for my decor. I've really run out of room for all my things. Okay, let's put all of our postcards up. You can also use the death flowers with the Grim Reaper, right? But it's too late for that. My Sim's dead, so. It's too late for that. Don't I need to collect postcards this gen? Yeah, but I've already done a lot of it over the years. So we'll see how this goes. I don't know if I've finished the postcard collection or not, but we're gonna have to have a pen pal. Yeah, that's part of the challenge, so. We will be doing that, just you wait. It's gonna happen. Oh, don't buy that. Just put it out from the inventory. Oh, I gotta put my fire toilet back too. Okay. My offices in this game are always like kind of chaotic. That's true. If I change the bookshelves, I could use the new kit, but I like how they were pink. I guess we could swap them out for the kit. That doesn't bother me too much. I did like how they were pink though. I thought they were kind of fun. Maybe I could put this skeleton by the window. Oh, I think that's quite nice actually. Okay. Do I make the spouses for Not So Berry or try to meet Sims that already existed? Kind of a combination of both, to be honest. It depends on the generation. Sometimes, like, I'll find somebody that I get along with really well when they're young, and then we end up marrying that Sim. Other times, I make a Sim for them to marry. In this case, we're not going to marry anybody this generation, I don't think, so. That's a good question, though, because it really does kind of change, doesn't it? Okay, that's a lot of our stuff. I think I'll probably get the... Did we restart the build? No, we didn't restart yet, Xeroni. We moved just now, so I'm trying to move all my things in with me, you know? Yeah, we're gonna do a science baby, we think. That's the plan. So no, I didn't restart, but I did move. So, we're trying to get ourselves all set up here for the new generation. Does that make sense? These are cute. Problem is, I guess I could do that and then That looks good, I think. Keep the pink. Oh, the pink bookshelves? Uh-oh, I'm getting a lot of mixed signals. This is normal lifespan. Yeah, it is normal lifespan. Yes, indeed. We could probably have it be mostly rainbow all the way across. I think that's nice. This doesn't really come in rainbow on this shelf, though. And then I can put some of my random stuff in there, you know? Like this alien. I could probably put all my aliens in the shelves. Oh, that's lovely. Except they don't slot right. Pink ones were cuter. Okay. That does not help. You tell me this after I already switch it up. Oh my goodness. Okay. Put that there. We gotta put all sorts of clutter in here, don't we? Be nice to me though, chat, okay? I'm very anxious and I'm just trying to have fun and set all my things up. Oh, I don't need that. No, it's not the debug menu. This is my Sims inventory, yeah. It is in fact not a debug menu. This is just my inventory. Where are my simmies? Hello, simmies. I guess I could probably try and use some of my trophies in the shelves too. Oh, I need to put my no pooping sign. Maybe I'll put that in the kitchen. No, I don't like that. How about over here? Okay. No pooping. What else do we need urgently? I guess like this thing. That's cute. Oh, here's my simmies. There we go. I have more simmies than I know what to do with, to be honest. Wish me luck. Okay, simmies. 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 I have mastered the skill of placing the no pooping sign very quickly. Yeah, I've gotten good at placing my no pooping sign, clearly. I appreciate the compliment. I am really skilled at adding no pooping signs to my Sims builds. Don't poop in the kitchen. Am I gonna need to have more space, like more shelves? I think so. Uh-oh. Okay. Put you here, put you here. Come here, guys. I'm sorry that you all have to watch this. I know I'm a bit, listen, I know that me and my Sims builds are silly at times, okay? So I appreciate you putting up with me and my shenanigans when I'm setting up my new houses. You think it's relaxing? Okay, that's good. I'm glad. Better than unpacking? Okay, good. Okay, what else did I want to put? I guess I could probably put a couple of these snow globes, like, in the shelves, too. I have trophies that I can put on these shelves. I have this from when I saved Strangerville. I'll probably put that up here too. I don't know. Avon, thank you for the sub. Dawn, Rebecca, Tada, thank you so much. Are we moving? Yeah. We're in the process of moving right now. Whose was this? Oh, Blaze and Iris's marriage certificate. Oh, I could hang that up. I have a couple high school diplomas. I could probably hang up one of those. This is Peppa's baby print. And I've got her twin sister's baby print. See, we can get some nice things up here. Family keepsakes. You know? Can't believe Peppa's dead. Yeah, I know, I'm sorry. I know. She's not dead. She's not gone. I mean, she's dead, but she's not gone. She's still here. Like, I've got her in my household still, you know? Just she is a ghost at this current moment. Maybe I'll use the fancy one in the office. Peppa died when? The last time I streamed this a few days ago. I think... What else? Oh, how about this bag of money? Be by the front door. You liked Peppa? I liked Peppa too. I still like Peppa. You guys, it's okay. Peppa is still here. I'm gonna bring her back to life. I don't like how people are trying to act like I'm some sort of dirty murderer. It was bad for me too. I was stressed when it happened too. You have to be nice to me because I'm also stressed out about this. Okay, we have this peach room for when we eventually have a baby. We just don't have a baby yet. So we'll worry about that later. Okay. I have all these things that I can plant as well. That'll be good. I know you have a bunch of pictures that I wanted to keep. There's some of you and your sibling, or maybe a friend, I don't know. You had more pictures that I wanted to keep. Here, look, this is when our grandma died. Oh no, that's when our grandpa died, actually. Some orange gen sims. Some other previous generations. Oh, look, it's Grave. See, isn't that nice? More sims. I got a picture of Pulp I could hang up. Maybe I'll put a picture of Iris up because she's dead. This is a cute one. It's a baby photo of the pink gen. That's cute. Okay. Oh, do you know what? Actually, I had loads of stuff. I was saving a lot of these things to put on these shelves, wasn't I? Okay. I have some of these like mint gen photos too. Oh my god, I don't even know if I've got any wall space for them. Like, actually though. I might need to redo Barbie's room. It's kind of scaring me. These are from Gen 1 of Not So Berry, but Gen 11 of the family. And then that was Gen 3 of Not So Berry. Okay, everybody. Now time for the big stuff. I have to put a extremely large number of graves in my front yard. Okay? So I just want you all to know that this might take me a minute. And you're gonna have to bear with me while I do it. This is very important. We have a lot. A lot. 56? No, there's more than 56. There's actually 231. I'm gonna very specially organize them all after I place them. Just give me a sec. I need to get them all placed down on one side so I can like start spreading them out. Then I have some more. Okay. It's kind of good vibes though, to be honest. Why so many? Because I've been playing with this save file for 17 generations. So I had a lot of Sims just in general, right? And then after I got to the 17th generation, I sort of started, and over the years, I guess, I've been kind of collecting graves. Like, you know when you're at like the bar and then some elder dies of old age? I usually would bring their grave home with me. And so I had a collection of those. And then I kind of went on like a hunt looking for graves at people's houses that they might have left behind. And now I have 231 graves total. My ultimate goal, I think, is to eventually have so many graves that I can fill up all of the green space in an entire lot. I would like for the entire yard to be graves. Build a graveyard? No. Everyone always tries to tell me to do that. I will never do that in this save file. My house is the graveyard. I don't want to put this, we live in the graveyard. It's really funny to me how many graves I have and how much space they take up. My home is the graveyard. I don't really have any desire to make one like somewhere else. That defeats the purpose of all my collecting. I really enjoy the chaos that ensues when people come into my chat and they're like, what are you doing today? Oh my God, what is wrong with you? When they see this, you know? Because it's not actually as bad as it looks. Like when you think about how many, I probably have like 100 graves that I found and brought home with me, which, I mean, I guess sounds bad, but I didn't like kill 231 Sims, you know? And even the Sims that were my Sims, a lot of them died of old age, for real. I joke about how I killed a lot of them, but like genuinely a lot of them died of old age just because I've had so many generations in this save file, you know? So that's kind of the thing. Yeah, I went on a grave finding spree. Yeah, we went on like an actual hunt for them, basically. I went looking, because when the townies die, like all the existing townies, you know, it leaves their grave in their front yard. If like Nancy Landgrab dies in your save file, her grave will usually be at her house. And so I went recently and kind of looked around to see if I could find any, and I found a lot. Sometimes the house would have like 8 graves at it, and I would bring them all home. So what I'm doing is actually nice, because I'm helping them. I'm giving them a nice place to be. See? Murder is not so bad if you didn't kill that much. There you go. Are we going grave hunting? No, there's not really any graves to hunt for right now. Otherwise I would. Where's Pulp's grave? Pulp's not dead. Pulp's right there. I can't have Pulp leave me. I'm not emotionally prepared for that. So anyway. Pulp's not dead. Pulp is right here. He's still here. All is well. T, username K, thank you all for the subs. Thank you so much. Pulp will live forever. Pulp is immortal. I keep giving Pulp age down treats so that Pulp won't leave me. I love that dog too much for it to leave me. Not that I didn't love the other dogs a lot, and I was really sad when the other pets we've had have died, but there's something so special about Pulp that I don't think I could ever lose her. So, how am I gonna do this? I've got these all on this side of the yard. Should I have them on the other side? I don't know. I like them over here, I think. They seem fine over here. Is that like too close to the tree? No, it's perfect. Okay. Grave picket fence is the way to go. Yeah. Okay. Put that like that. Perfect. I have all of the pet ones too. Okay. Use the graves as an outer fence for the house. I mean, seriously, my goal eventually is to fill in the entire lot with them, so. No, the graves aren't all out. I have the other half. These are only the ones that belong to me, Christine. The other half is still only in someone else's inventory. I was gonna do it one at a time. So this is the half of the graves that belong to me and my Sims. And then I've got more graves that were strangers that we'll put on the other half, I think. So. Like all graves in the house is a basement. I mean, well, I don't think I'll ever get to a point where the entire yard is completely graves. We were like that before when we lived in smaller lots, because I used to live in a 30 by 20 lot and I was actually out of space. I was actually out of space for the graves in my 30 by 20 lot. So that's just your Sims. Yeah, I've had 17 generations though. When you think about it like this, right? I would say that 16 of the generations are dead. Aside from, well, maybe 15, because his brothers aren't dead yet. But when you think about it like this, just this guy, okay? He has 4 siblings, okay? Plus him, so that makes 5. Then he had his parents, right? That's 7. He's had 2 pets that have died in his life. That's 9. That's just one generation, and those graves aren't even here yet. But then you think about like all of the other generations that have 3 kids, each kid marries somebody, I bring their graves here. So, you know, there's over the years, we've had a lot of Sims that would have been here in the yard. Does that make sense? So perfect touch for a cottagecore pink house. It sure is. It sure is. Yeah, I turned my Pots Legacy into Not So Berry. So I played like a regular Legacy challenge for like 10 generations. And then on Gen 11, I started playing Not So Berry. If you haven't seen all of it, you really don't need to worry about that. Nobody here has seen all 17 generations. Each generation is kind of its own thing. So you don't really need to worry about having missed previous things, you know, because they're all so different. The stuff that happened that long ago, even the stuff from like 2 generations ago, a lot of people don't even remember, you know? So don't worry. You've seen all 17 generations. Well, okay. There are some of us that have been here the whole time. Myself included. I was here. But not everybody has. So don't feel intimidated by not being there for that, because it really doesn't matter. The stuff that happened then, like, they've been here in my front yard for a while, but they've not really been up to anything important. And these different graves at the back are occult sims. So I have some werewolves, some aliens, and some vampires here. That's what these all are. Seem a little bit concerning, but it's not. It's just werewolves, aliens, and vampires. I don't have any spellcasters. Eventually, maybe we will. Okay, that is one set of graves. Let me save. Let me save. Yeah, the spellcasters have special graves. The other ones, the like mermaids don't have a special grave. We did get a new kind of grave in Island Living, but it's just a floating grave. It's not specific to mermaids, so it only happens if it's in the water. Does that make sense? Okay, now we have a bajillion more of these. Okay. Oh my goodness. These ones, the ones that I'm doing right now, are all the ones that aren't my Sims. Does that make sense? These are all the ones that were like graves I found during my hunts. Do you see what I'm saying? So these ones don't really belong to me that much, but I brought them so I could keep them. But yeah, the mermaids don't have special ones, unfortunately. The mermaids are, like, objectively the worst occult type, because they have none of the cool stuff that the other ones do. They don't have, like, the skill tree or anything either. Yeah, ones on the left are all family or, like, I guess friends, people I knew. Like, extended family, you know? Extended family and loved ones. Or hated ones are who was on the left. And then these ones are all actual strangers. Like, genuinely people that I didn't know is who lives here. Have I done this wrong? I think I spaced them wrong. There you go. That's better. Uh-oh. Okay. Friends, family, you know, those such things. Oh God. I don't want to have to do this. Okay. I think I had it slightly off by accident. But that's okay. Once we get the pattern started, it's not so bad. I'm so sorry you have to watch me do this, chat. Like, genuinely, I'm, like, so aware of how ridiculous this is. And I feel silly doing it, but it's important to me, so... very eerie. Thank you for the subs, all of you. Oh my goodness. It's therapeutic. What a way to describe me placing hundreds of graves in my front yard. It's relaxing. You know? Placing hundreds of graves? Just a casual Monday. Oh no. I still have so many more. Are you seeing this? Wait, did I mess that up? Straight line. Straight line. Straight line. Okay, I think it's fine. I'm sure it's fine. This is good stuff. Okay, good. Okay, good. Oh, wow. Just wow. I need to make sure I don't get it too close to the pond, because I need to have enough space to get in the pond. Okay. That's all of them. Those are all the graves now. We've done it. Will you not place there? Why? The way things slot is so annoying. Build a graveyard? Nope. See what I mean, chat? They're always telling me to build a graveyard. I will never build a graveyard because my front yard is the graveyard. Does that make sense? I like having them in my front yard. I know this is kind of a weird thing to say, and like people don't seem to understand where I'm coming from, but I like to have them in my front yard, so I don't really have any desire to ever build a graveyard for them separately, because I like them here, you know? They belong here with me. I want to fill in the entire front yard with it. That's my goal. And we're getting there. Oops. Oh no. Okay. Okay. All good. This is fixed. Would I build a good once I finish? No, I don't think that you understand what I mean. I've built graveyards before, but not for this save. I've got a graveyard in my other legacy challenge, but this one, I would never build a graveyard. This is the graveyard. You know? I don't have any desire to do it somewhere else because I really like having it here. Does that make sense? Oh, my Sims mourn a lot, but I don't really feel guilty about cheating away their sadness. Like, if my Sims are mourning too much, genuinely, I'll just, like, make it go away because I don't have the patience to deal with them complaining. I don't really want to have the treehouse out because they're kind of weird about it. We also have a lot of ghosts. The house is kind of, like, permanently haunted, you know? Which is a little bit annoying. But... oh, well. There's a pink tree? Yeah! This is the one from Movie Hangout, I believe, that has lanterns hanging from it. But there's a couple pink trees in this game. Yeah, the treehouse, I find, honestly, the treehouse to be kind of annoying for the most part. Because my Sims are, like, constantly using it. And not necessarily in a good way. It's, like, in an annoying way. Where they're supposed to be sleeping in their bed and then they're sleeping in the treehouse, you know, without thinking, and I just find that really annoying. So, okay, we need to have a well-maintained garden is the rule. So I can put some berries. How about I put berries in the middle here? Berries here, death flower there. Come plant these. Not you. You. This generation is supposed to have the garden. It's very important. Okay. Exciting. Your option to ask to be woohoo partners is missing. Are you sure? Maybe it's, maybe it has to do with, like, their relationship level. Maybe it's not missing. Oh. You know what I forgot to do is put my fire toilet back. Uh-oh. Oh, no. I had a pink toilet. That's okay. Fire toilet. Very nice. How do you ask to be woohoo partners? I think you can do it when they're close enough, you can ask them. And it's like not a romantic way. It's a friendly way. Like it's a platonic sort of, well, you know what I mean. It's not, are you serious? So it's not a romantic interaction basically, but hold on. I just got here. This is my brand new house. Brand new. I unpaused for like 2 seconds. I think Peppa's mad that she's dead. In my defense again, it's not my fault that she's dead. I didn't do anything. Okay, go plant these. This is my first time actually playing with a greenhouse. I've had greenhouses, like, obviously in my builds a lot since the pack came out, but I haven't actually, like, played in since. Yeah, I'll give you a house tour in a bit, Aimster, don't worry. Let me just get these planted first before I forget. Let me get my garden started. Peppa died? Yeah. Oh, God. Last time we... Can you not water those? Last time we streamed, we had a bit of an incident with Peppa and her birthday. She was busy being mortified from her teenage mood swing, and that did in fact result in her death. So it was not so good. This plant does not need water. Okay. Did you water that with your tears? Really? Anyway, this is my backyard. This is my backyard. We have a cute little greenhouse in it because part of the rules of this generation of Not So Berry is we have to have a well-maintained garden. So we have a cute garden. We have some pretty, like, fire pit. We have this for our future kid. Chess table, more stuff on the back patio here. I got a pink pool, some lounge chairs. Around the front, we've got a little yoga mat for us here. I have all my graves. We got the front door, my shark pond. Inside, you walk in right here, and we have our office to the right with all my collectibles. We are going to be working on being a writer, so we'll have that there. We have a bathroom. This will become a nursery for our future child. But we don't have a child yet, so. And then we have the pink kitchen. It sucks that Not So Berry is not base game. Well, so great. When I wrote Not So Berry a few years ago, the purpose of it, like the entire inspiration behind it, was to try out a few different pack features that I never used really, like stuff that I didn't frequent. And I tried to write it together in a bit of a storyline. So it was actually intentionally not base game when I first made it. It was like meant to be using some pack features that I didn't use that often. Was kind of why I did that. People have written base game versions. There's even like Not So Berry 2s, Not So Berry Extendeds kind of stuff that the community has written, but the one that I wrote was not base game on purpose. So there's plenty of, there is a base game version that people have written, but that's the kind of thing that you give out to the community and people kind of, it takes on a life of its own, right? But it was intentionally not base game. I realize it sucks that it isn't, I guess, but also when I wrote it, I didn't think anybody was gonna play it. So I didn't like set out making a easy base game challenge that anybody can play. I set out making myself a challenge, me and my friend Zoe, and I didn't think that anybody else was gonna do it. So I never anticipated that years later it would be like a thing still, you know? So I wrote it for me. But it's fun to write Sims challenges. It really is. But yeah, I was never like, obviously it's cool people play it, but what I'm saying is I didn't like set out writing it thinking like about how other people would play it. It was more about how I was going to play it because I was just writing it so I could, you know. Obviously, again, it's cool people do, but do you know what I'm trying to say? Anyway. Anyway, you can easily like swap things out to packs you have or to be base game. There's plenty of other versions of it out there if you're looking for it, which is cool. Anyway, yeah, I try and do a lot of base game things, Scott me. Like, I try and do a sort of combination of base game things, and especially with builds, combination of like base game limited pack builds, but also things like this. I'm not going to use limited packs in my own, like this I'm building for me, you know, so I'll use whatever in here. Anyway, this is the kitchen. We have a little dining room with a fireplace. I meant to move this, and I didn't have move objects on yet, so I didn't do it yet. Let's see. I want my owls. They don't come in pink. I can use them in that color. I like the owls. Over here we have the living room. Got a dog bed for Pulp. I got a little art room here. Upstairs, things sort of became a little bit chaotic. I have I have Barbie's room, which I'll probably renovate soon. I just wanted to embrace some chaos. We have a closet, an ensuite bathroom. We have Peppa's room. She's the ghost who died of embarrassment, but I'm gonna bring her back to life. Her name is Peppa after Peppa Pig, so she has this. I got another bathroom, and I have this orange room for our orange gen sim. Oh, I already have a telescope. Okay, never mind. I don't need that. I don't need that. Cool. Okay, now we are good. I think we've got everything set up for the most part. We can bring her back to life by trying to create ambrosia, Carly. So to do that, we need to get level 10 in both cooking skills. We need to get an angelfish and a death flower. And we need to buy a potion of youth using some points. And then we'll be able to do it. I have 8,000. Oh my. Okay, hold on. Let's get savant so we build skills faster. Maybe we could buy like... Oh my gosh. What do you think would help us? Entrepreneurial? Maybe. Should I buy a cheaper one though, or should I just get like big stuff while I have it? I guess I could buy the entrepreneurial one so that we get promoted faster, and then we can get the creative visionaries too. Let's do both. All of our money. All of our money. Okay. Oh, I need to put Peppa CC in her room. That's right. That's the last thing we need to do. Super green thumb. Yeah, I don't feel like... Here's my thing. We need to have a well-maintained garden, but it isn't that's the entirety of the rule, is have a well-maintained garden, right? But the other rules have more to do with maxing skills and stuff. So like, while it would be nice to have a gardening one, there's not really anything riding on our garden, whereas we need to do like the best-selling author aspiration. We need to like be a writer, so we have to like try and make money from that. So I feel like it'll benefit us more long-term to not bother with a garden one yet, you know? You know? Okay, are we good? All right, let's see. Are you afraid of fire too? Can I make that go away so I can have a fresh start? Can I give myself like a clean start here? Because that would make my life a lot easier. Okay, join a career. So she has to be in the business career for a while, and then we'll quit as an adult, which will be fun. Fill the pet bowls? I already am. Don't worry. That's what Blaze is doing right now. So the idea is that we're going to be in the business career and writing on the side, and then as we get older, she's going to have like a midlife crisis and quit her business job to become an author. That is the idea. Why is Barbie sad? Because her sister died. She's upset about her. Okay. Can we get a cat? Do you think we should? I mean, I can look and see what the vibes are like of the cats that are available for adoption, and we could see about our pink gen pet. Pulp's still gonna be here, don't worry, but maybe we could see about what cats are there. A friend for Pulp. Who's the dude again? This is their dad. Blaze was the previous gen's heir. He's their dad of the pink gen. So, okay. Pippa. It's like Peppa, but Pippa. I think peanut butter is kind of funny. Oh my god, no, Grant. Look at how funny looking Grant is. We have to think about name ideas, because it needs to be something pink-like. Oh, we were gonna call it Ken, weren't we? After Ken from Barbie. Oh, well, Grant is perfect then. Ken is the exact same vibes as Grant. Grant looks like a hamster. He kind of does. You're right, actually. That's so funny. Okay, maybe you could come use the bathroom to help fix your needs while we wait for Grant to get here. Oh, and I guess someone should probably come invite these people in. I know that Barbie has a cat named like Bliss or something, but I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that. I would prefer to, I don't know. We're not gonna get married, so we might as well have a Ken that's a cat, you know? Where is the Ken that's a cat? Do you see it? Tell me if you see a cat running around anywhere. Am I being so silly right now? Where did it go? Here we go. It hadn't come out yet. It hadn't come out yet. Okay, Grant, step out so I can see you. How creepy are you? Oh my god, he's perfect. This is the best. Oh, hi, Kayla. I'm trying to adopt my Sims a new pet, and I was looking for the weirdest looking one that was available on the adoption agency. This cat looks kind of like a hamster, doesn't it? So my Sim's name is Barbie. My Sim's name is Barbie, and we think we're gonna get this cat and name it Ken. So, come along. Yes, adopt. Ken. I want a picture. Oh, look at us! Okay, now we have to buy some cat stuff. I don't know why you're all yelling about Grant being a girl as if it makes a difference. It's a cat. It's just a name. It's really okay. I saw that too. I don't really care. It's just a name. It's fine. Anybody can have any name. That's no problem, guys. It's really okay. It's really, really, really okay. I don't really like this girls and boys name thing you're trying to push. It really doesn't matter. Anybody can have any name. So, anyway, it is a made-up concept, and this is a cat, so it's really okay. Kayla, Sydney, thank you for the subs. Thank you so much. Because I said he. It doesn't matter. I can say whatever I want. I call Pulp everything. Pulp has all pronouns. Ken can have all pronouns. It really doesn't matter. To me, I think that you guys are maybe taking this a little too seriously. It's just a cat. It's all fun and games. It really is okay. It's all okay. Okay, my dear, I am going to give you a pink collar. Aw, you look so funny with it. I love this cat. What are you? What are your traits? We're friendly, talkative, and spoiled. Okay. This is perfect. The little ears are so funny. I think it's great. Okay, we'll take Ken. I'll buy a couple other things. Thank you again for the raid, Caleb, by the way. I hope you had a good stream. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Don't let it die, please. The cat? Cats can only die of old age in The Sims, so we have a long time till we have to worry about that. A long, long, long time till we have to worry about that. Okay. All is well. Okay. You love talkative cats, they sing for you? I know, it's gonna be so cute. It's so, so, so cute. All right, and then I guess I need to buy, I have 2 food bowls already. I need to buy a litter box, and I probably should try and get a cat tree. That would be good. No, Ken's not a kitten. Ken's an adult cat. I wonder if I could try and get, how about this? What if we turned this little part into a catio? Can dogs die from fire? No, 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 no. I'm serious. The only way that pets can die in The Sims is of old age. I'm not kidding when I say that. Only of old age pets can die. So you don't need to worry about that. Nothing will happen to them. They won't even catch fire. They'll just be standing there. Fire burning around them, and they would just be standing there still. So, Anyway, we get a little cat tree for the catio. Oh, I think Ken's gonna like that. And then, what bathroom has the most space for the litter box? Maybe I could put the litter box, like, if I got rid of this and I got a litter box instead in the closet. This is a good one because I don't need to clean it. So I'll take that one for sure. And then we could put maybe like just a wardrobe or something. Yeah, I'm gonna need to redo Barbie's room. I got a little bit chaotic towards the end of building this, and the upstairs is, you know, it's kind of weird. Kind of scary. I could put this little cat mirror too. There you go, Ken. Nice. Yeah, I had the hanging clothes from Dream Home Decorator in our old house, but I found them kind of glitchy. Okay. Hold on. Poor Dan is currently at urgent care because he's having severe foot pain. And he just got there, so I'm making sure that he's okay. Everything's fine. He's gonna be fine, but I knew he was going. It's just like he just got there, so I'm gonna reply to him. So that way everything's okay. It's actually really horrible timing because he's going to the UK tomorrow to see his family and his friends and stuff. And he actually cannot walk. So, no, he didn't break it or anything. We're not really sure what's causing it. But anyway, yikes, 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 yikes. But hopefully everything's gonna be okay. And hopefully they can figure it out. All right, he's good. All is good. Let's see if we can talk to the cat so I can make it like me better. Flowers in the UK already? No, he's going tomorrow. So he's not there yet. Come on. Barbie just became friends with Ken. I can take that. I can work with that. Who's that wearing the hat? Oh, these were just random Sims that came here for the welcome wagon. I don't know them. Will he still be able to go? I think he will be able to go still. It's just not such good timing. I think he'll be okay. It's just not so good, the timing of it all. So, anyway, Barbie, my dear, after you finish that, do you want, I guess this is all good, so we could probably leave that there. And then you need to work on wellness and writing skills. I guess you also need to post for the postcard collection. Maybe fill out reports too. So, okay. Am I going with him to the UK? No. He's going to a bachelor party, so not the kind of place I would go to. But I have some friends coming over here while he's gone, so it'll be kind of fun. Sasha and Steph are coming. So that'll be good. A stag do, yes. His friend is getting married, so, and he's going to see his family while he's there, which will be good. Anyway, all is well. Everything's fine. Interesting, Kitty. Yeah, I don't know. We'll figure it out. It'll be fine. I don't want you to all panic or anything. I don't want you all to be worried or anything, but... Okay, Peppa, what do you want to do for a living? Let me see. So, you're a geek. Maybe I could have you become a programmer or something. How about that? I guess you doing programming is going to be annoying because I only have one computer. I could get another computer for you up here. For a living? Yeah, okay, I guess she's dead, so she's not doing anything for a living, is she? She'll come back to life, though. We have to be ready for when she gets back to life. It's fine. She can make her own video game. There you go. See? That'll be all right. All right. Maybe you could join the... Yeah, I think I'm gonna join the tech guru career. I like that. She should make a game called My Friend Peppa Pig. Yeah, exactly. Hey, Sweet and Victoria and Brina. Diana, Kayla, thank you for the subs. Okay. Okay. So you have joined. You need to get your programming skill up. You could probably come work on that now. Practice programming. You're filling out reports. And then we're gonna check for pen pal replies. There you go. What happened to Peppa? She died of embarrassment when she aged up into a young adult because she was having a mood swing as a teen. It was very bad. Very, very, very bad. That's why I added her to my house as a ghost, and I'm gonna try and bring her back to life. Okay. Finish doing this. It takes her so long to fill out reports for work. Can you see this? No, anxiety, I don't think you can die of mood swings as a teen. I'm pretty sure they can't die of mood swings at all, unless the mood swing is still happening and you age up into a young adult and they still have this extreme emotion, you know, because they can get enraged or mortified and stuff and you can die from that. So, yikes. Yikes, yikes, yikes. Can you see the postcard collection? Yeah, I haven't started it with her yet. I guess I should look and see how much I've got total. But, postcards, 6 out of 14. Yeah, we still need to collect quite a few of them, don't we? I have all the rat postcards. But you can do that by checking for pen pal replies. Ooh, your new pen pal from Riverview might send you something. I think I probably already have that one. Oh, I have the same one twice. Oh, maybe I don't have one from Riverview. That's good, see? There are rat postcards? Yeah, they're of like Sims 4 places, I think, the rat ones. And they can get it, the like rats in game can bring them to you. You know? Maybe you could try and make something simple. I don't trust you. Oh, how about a corn dog? Make a corn dog. That sounds good. Hi, Dad. How are you? What's up? Barbie's spotlight is fading. Oh my gosh, we're gonna have to write things. Oh, it's 10:30 p.m. Oh, maybe not. Maybe I'll go to bed. Oops. I feel good. It's always kind of stressful to me moving into the new houses and stuff, but I feel pretty good about this. Oh, I don't have any lights in this area. Hey, Gara! Akon, Fem, sweet, thank you for the subs. You've been watching it with your partner and they have no idea who Pulp is and how iconic Pulp is. Oh my, well I might have to show them Pulp then. Give me a minute. Might have to get Pulp pulled up. I could put a light there. There's a little bit of light in this place now. That's better. That is better. Pulp is my Sims dog. The Thing is the most iconic dog. Oh, poop. Oh, good. Get a picture with the poop in the background. How about that? I'm trying to angle it better so I can see it. There. Perfect. This is Pulp. She is the weirdest looking, but also best dog I've ever had in The Sims 4. So she's kind of legendary. I didn't make her, I adopted her and she just came like that. No, wait, I said it so you dislike programming. Hold on. I just clicked it without thinking. You can't dislike programming, you're gonna be a programmer. You literally cannot dislike programming. That's not gonna work. You simply cannot do that. Oh no. Okay. Activities. Likes programming. There we go. There we go. Yeah, I fixed Barbie's wellness thing. I did that with Barbie too last time, but I fixed that already. Don't worry. It could be funny. No, she'll like be miserable. Too miserable. It makes their fun go down like completely immediately when you try and have them do things they dislike for a long time. It's pretty rough. But How do you keep a ghost in your household? Well, when you talk to them, you can ask them to move in, just like you can a regular sim, you know, if you're close enough to them. Or you could shift click add to your household, which is what I did. So that's always an option. Okay. We're loading back in. Everything's fine. Totally and completely fine. We're gonna be good. After you finish eating that, I can put you to bed because you've got to go to work at 9 a.m., yeah? That's fine. We can do that. Okay, when did I last save? Oh, probably not recent enough. Let me do it again. Good call. That was smart. If she has to work while dead, at least let her enjoy it. Yeah, exactly. The poor girl, she's dead and she has to work this job. At least we could let her like it, you know? All right, you can go to sleep. Peppa, you can go to sleep too. I don't see why you have to use the bathroom if you're a ghost. I feel like you shouldn't, but... No, the orange dad lives here. He's right here. He's just in his work outfit, so you might not have recognized him at first. But he's right here. You can channel surf for a second. Get rid of that. Very nice. Yeah, I'm gonna try and make Ambrosia to bring her back to life. We'll have to work on that. Maybe tomorrow I'll be able to... Are you crying and... What kind of ghost are you? Oh, it's Iris! That's her mom! Hey, Iris. Good to see you. Awkward. Why are they all sad? Because Peppa died. She died of embarrassment when she aged up from a teen to a young adult because she had the mortified moodlet from a mood swing, and then she died when she became a young adult. The number of times we're going to say this every single day, by the way, this is never going to end, chat. Until I bring her back to life, it's never going to end. We're going to be here talking about this all day, every day, for weeks, probably. Wish us luck. It's not a bad thing. It's just people didn't see, so they're going to ask, and they wouldn't have heard us talk about it before, so... Bear with us. Mellow Cal, Sarah, thank you for the subs. Maybe a command? Oh no, we can put the link in to the clip in chat and stuff, Hot Dog. This is the thing. I've learned that oftentimes, even with commands, I didn't put one in chat just then, I said it out loud, but even when we have chat messages and commands, I mean this with love, they don't read them. Sometimes I think that they're willfully ignoring it, to be honest, because sometimes they'll keep sending questions even after actually answer it out loud. Like they'll type the same thing 10 times, I'll answer in chat and then be like, okay, I'll answer it out loud too. And then they keep spamming it. It's like, so I don't know. There's no point just with the, I mean, we can use a command, but we're still going to talk about it. So, we're still going to have to talk about it. It's just the way it goes with this sort of thing, because people don't read them, which is fine. They might not realize it's there. There's plenty of good reason to not read them. But also, I think that sometimes they just want me to say it out loud, too. You know? But, anyway. Don't know Twitch too well? Well, yeah, I mean, that's part of it for sure for a lot of people. But sometimes, when the mods have answered them 6 times, and I've said it out loud, and they're still asking it, it's like, what more can I do? We put it in the chat, I read it out loud. How much more can I say? For it's certain individuals that do it. I think they're just not even listening, they just keep spamming it over and over again. Because even if they get the attention out loud, they keep doing it, I don't know. Maybe they're kids. I don't know. It's kind of funny when that happens though, but anyway, you got my amiibo in the mail? Oh good, that's so good. I'm glad to hear that. I'm so glad. MC cheats makes him leave. Never typed your questions, they get answered at some point. Well, you can ask questions, Amazing. We'll answer them. The mods will also answer them for you. If I don't see it, the mods will answer it too. Or somebody in chat might answer it, which is good. There's plenty of people here to help answer your questions. Don't worry. Don't worry. Have I played the updated Disney Dreamlight Valley? Yeah, I played on Wednesday and yesterday, Abby. We played it twice since the update, actually. You're getting 2 new kittens tomorrow? Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Okay. Oh, look, all my pets are in here. That's cute. It's 4 a.m. You have work today in 5 hours. We need to have you shower and everything. Use the bathroom, take a shower. Okay, here we go. Will we play Sims 3 again soon? Yeah, we will, Connor. I gotta be honest with you, the next couple weeks, stream schedule-wise, are gonna be really, really weird. Because I have some friends coming in town this week. Sasha and Steph are gonna be here. And then I'm going to VidCon, like literally as soon as Dan gets back and they leave. So the next couple weeks are gonna be kind of weird. I'm gonna try and stream as much as I can while they're here. And, well, probably not while they're here, but until they get here. And I've had the most nightmarish few days trying to pre-record so I don't miss anything. Here's the problem, right? There is one day in between Dan getting back from seeing his family and us going to VidCon, one day. So I'm essentially trying to pre-record until the end of June. So this week has been the most miserable, nightmarish, stressful time. I've really not been doing well. I've been so stressed out. I'm almost done. We should be okay, but it's been a very stressful week, fall on the back of like a very stressful month of my charity fundraiser. It's like we can't catch a break. It's okay. It'll be fun when Sasha and Steph get here, but there's just been a lot going on, so bear with me. Bear with me. But yeah, I won't be able to stream Sims 3. To answer your question, probably for a couple weeks, but we'll play soon, once things kind of calm down again. So anyway, time to rest, bestie. There's not time to rest until they get here. There is not time to rest until they get here. Otherwise, we're not going to have any videos or streams for 2 weeks straight, which you don't want. So, anyway, it'll be okay. It'll be fine. And after this month, everything's going to be good and normal and fine. It's just a lot. I'm getting really anxious about VidCon. I'm not gonna lie. I'm excited about it, but I've never been this anxious about a convention before. So that's kind of not helping either. I'm getting really, really anxious about VidCon. Again, I'm excited about it. There's gonna be fun. It's gonna be fun. It's just like I'm getting really scared about it. So yeah, I'm doing a meet and greet. And the meet and greet, this is the other thing that I'm scared of. My meet and greet is the day that I fly in. They scheduled the meet and greet after my flights were booked, which makes me really nervous. But my meet and greet is the day that I fly into VidCon. So that just scares me. Like, it'll be fine. I get there in plenty of time. At least I should. But that really, really, really scares me. I'm like really, really nervous about that. So I'm sure it'll be fine. But it's like a long flight. It's gonna be a long day. Like, anyway. And then like, what if the flight gets delayed? I shouldn't even say it out loud, but like, what if that happens? Ah! Oh my God. Cause VidCon's in California in a couple weeks. California it's a 5-hour flight for me. So, wish me luck. Yeah, Jamie, at least it is first, so I don't have to worry. I guess I don't really worry about the meet and greet as much as other parts of the convention. I feel comfortable with the meet and greet, I think, because I've done it before. There is some levels of anxiety about meet and greets. I don't want to say this and have you guys think that I like don't like it or I'm dreading it, because that's not the case at all. But I have a lot of anxiety about it going well. Like, I so badly want people to have a good experience if they meet me, you know? Like, you want it to be nice and like a memorable, nice thing. I don't want them to meet me and then think that I was rude, you know? And I don't think anybody would, but I just get really nervous about that. So that part kind of is nerve-wracking. I don't think it's not going to be a problem. I just like worry about it, you know? Because you don't want anybody to have a bad time. So, but it'll be okay. I've done a handful of meet and greets in my day. It's more the timing part that I'm worried about. Oh my God. And yeah, it is hard. I think it's a lot of social interaction, which that part can be a little bit draining. And again, not necessarily in like a bad way, because it's fun, but like I feel drained after hanging out with one friend, you know? So it's, and you're like trying to be on the whole time because you want everybody to have a good time and a good experience and like talk to you and like have it be fun and good. And I don't know. It's gonna be a long day. I'm gonna like go to bed after that and be exhausted, especially because the time difference. Like, it's only 3 hours, but I'm gonna have to get up so early to fly there, and then I'm gonna finish my meet and greet probably at like, what time is it at? 5 or 6. So I'll finish it. That's like California time. So 5 there is 8 here. Ooh. Ah. That's gonna be a long day. Oh my goodness, wish me luck. Wish me luck. It'll be okay. I'll be fine. It'll be really fun. It's just gonna be a long day. But anyway. Oh my goodness. I'm gonna go back to my hotel room and lay there and just lay there for a while. Yeah, Dan's coming, Gem. VidCon is actually, look, listen, Twitch, love you, bestie. Twitch is very, very, very difficult about +1s. VidCon, no problem about +1s. They're like, oh, we'll give them the like full access badge, like we'll get you everything. Twitch was so weird about it. Twitch was so weird about it. Like, I think that's kind of silly, to be honest. Not to sound, you know, really dramatic, but I don't see why, like, you wouldn't give a person that you're inviting as a feature creator a +1 to be. So, like, for example, Twitch has like at TwitchCon, there's like a private lounge for people that have, like, they call it the purple access badge or whatever. But I never went in there because literally not a single friend of mine had access to it. Nobody I knew had access to it. So I wasn't gonna go hang out in there alone, you know? So I never used it. But like at VidCon, they gave Dan a badge so he has access to it, so he's able to. But anyway. No, TwitchCon used to be a YouTube convention. And now it's sort of like an internet convention. They have like TikTokers going. Twitch is a major sponsor of VidCon. Twitch is who told VidCon that they should make me a featured creator. So I shouldn't say anything about Twitch. Thank you, Twitch. But I learned that Twitch is who like nominated me to VidCon. So I shouldn't complain about Twitch. But it's a lot of, like they have a lot of internet companies are sponsoring VidCon this year, not just YouTube anymore. So it's very interesting. Very, very interesting. Okay, you have work in 3 minutes. It's your first day at your office job. Very, very exciting. All right, watch TV maybe. But yeah, I liked going to TwitchCon. I've really always had fun at TwitchCon. It's just interesting. It's interesting for me comparing the experience because like VidCon is paying for my flights and my hotel as well. Twitch never pays for any of that for me. So I feel kind of special going to VidCon and they're paying for my flight. They're putting me up in a hotel. It's like pretty cool because they're paying for it all. So I'm excited about that too. Twitch gave me a free ticket to TwitchCon and that's it. But I got a free flight to California for VidCon. Fancy. Free flight to California is exciting. That is a win for sure. But anyway, fancy. Oh, did you really learn? That's so sweet. I'm glad that you enjoyed it. Oh, and no, Illy, so I'm doing a panel at VidCon, but they don't like record or stream the panels publicly or anything like that. 'Cause I know it sounds bad, right? Where it's like, oh man, I can't watch it. But like they're doing the panels as content for the paying ticket holders, you know? So I guess I can see why they wouldn't stream the stuff because they want you to go there, don't they? But I wasn't invited. I'm sorry you weren't invited, Dad, to VidCon. That sucks for you. Honestly, Dad, I don't think you would have a good time at VidCon. It might be interesting for you to see it someday, but I don't know if you would have a fun time at these conventions. But he's a YouTube sensation, yeah. He sure is. But you're going to see this week in Orlando? Are you really? No, that's so fun. And meanwhile, I'm gonna be at Disneyland next week. You come here, I'm going there to California. That's funny. VidCon is The Anaheim Convention Center is like right next to Disneyland. Like right next to Disneyland, which is pretty cool. So, okay. You are sad. Maybe you could cry it out a little bit. That might help you get to work. You'll be seeing me at VidCon? Oh, fun! That's exciting. Okay, a familiar face. Phew, that makes me feel better. I don't really know what to expect or like how many people that watch me are gonna be there. So, I don't know. I don't know. Oh yeah, Focus, that's why a lot of the vloggers go to Disney after VidCon, because it's right there. Like, literally right there. And you've come all the way, so you might as well. So, you got me in matchmaking! Yay! Okay, so you'll be there at the meet and greet. That's so fun. Okay, you'll have to tell me when you come. You'll be like, I'm paired up in the chat, and I'll be like, oh my god! That'll be fun. I look forward to it. Okay. Your husband surprised you with tickets? Oh my gosh, that's gonna be so fun. Have the best time. I went to VidCon. I've been to VidCon twice before. The first year I went, me and some of my Sims friends went, like me and Steph went and stuff, and we bought community badges so we could go to meet and greets. And the next year we bought creator badges, and then this year I'm a featured creator, which is wild. But I had fun at VidCon when I went as a like attendee. I found the floor was pretty cool because they had a lot of like I don't know. I feel like the booths at VidCon were a little bit more interesting and like up my alley than TwitchCon is. And they had like, for example, the one year, I'm sure it'll happen again, but they had like an Instagram booth that had a bunch of cool like photo op sort of things with like LED lights and cool seats and stuff. And that kind of thing is just fun to walk around and look at, you know? So that's always kind of fun. And then sometimes there's like at conventions like this, I always find when like they give you free stuff, it's pretty exciting. And there was this one place, I think it was Famous Birthdays actually. Famous Birthdays had like a wheel that you could spin, and whatever it landed on, you would get the prize. And I got a t-shirt. Great fun. Great fun. Got myself a Famous Birthdays t-shirt. Yeah, VidCon, TwitchCon is just more gamer focused, I guess. But now that Twitch is a major sponsor of VidCon, I can't lose my job. I just got it. Don't do that. Twitch is a major sponsor of VidCon this year, so I'm curious to see what it's going to be like. Should go to TanaCon instead. I was at VidCon the year TanaCon happened. And I remember it was wild being there when that was going on, because we're all seeing like on social media the chaos ensuing from TanaCon. And I was like in Anaheim. I had an Uber driver who was like, yeah, my daughter and her friends are going to TanaCon today, and I'm here driving Uber waiting for them. And we were all kind of like, oh, they're at TanaCon? Are they okay? But yeah, I was there in Anaheim when TanaCon was happening. What a weird time that was, but yeah. Messy. But I was there. What happened there? Well, okay, basically, long story short, this YouTuber, who I guess is kind of problematic, somehow, I don't remember exact specifics, but maybe was like uninvited from VidCon or not given a featured creator badge. And then they were like, well, I'm going to have my own convention. It's like if I was like, oh, I didn't get a featured creator badge at VidCon. Well, I'm going to throw KaylaCon. And then like put on an event that was not properly organized. So it like was a mess, you know? In the ways that you can imagine, not safe, not, you know, big lines, things like that. So anyway, but imagine if I were to be like, I'm going to put on a convention. And it's like, I have absolutely no convention planning experience. I can't put on a convention. Are you kidding? That's a terrible idea. You're for KaylaCon? I think that is so scary. I would never organize something based on me alone. I would feel like such an awful person being like, this is KaylaCon. Oh my goodness. To be honest, I think that was really reckless, and kind of scary, like how dangerous that kind of thing can be. I think that people really underestimate like how serious the safety concerns are at stuff like that, in so many ways, like in so many ways. And it's scary. It's a good thing that like nothing, you know, really serious happened. PulpCon, there you go. I'll never forget, same thing on the same front of like dangerous at a convention. One of the Paul brothers, maybe it was Logan, I don't know which one. He was also not invited to VidCon. He didn't have a featured creator badge, but he came anyway. And that sounds like not that big of a deal, right? But the problem is, and this is like when he was kind of at his peak, right? The problem with that is that they're not prepared for you to show up outside. And you are a big YouTuber, like one of the biggest at the time. And there are thousands of people here who would like to see you. Even if they don't like you, they probably would like to see you to say like, oh, I met Logan Paul. So it causes like an actual stampede. And I'm not exaggerating. Like people would be like chasing him, and he ran through a fountain with people like chasing him and like in his vlog. And I remember I was so horrified hearing about that, because that's so dangerous. Like people could die if they got like knocked over and then into the fountain and people ran over them. Think about how dangerous that is. And so they didn't have security outside to help, you know, organize that, because he showed up without telling them. It's really dangerous. Crowds are dangerous like that. You can't do that. So anyway, I don't think people think like they weren't thinking about that. They weren't thinking about the safety issues, not just for them, but for like the people that were there. So anyway, I'm trying to cook a few things, so I've got some extra food. But anyway, I find that really scary. So no, the Paul brothers aren't really known for their foresight and caution, no. But anyway, luckily nothing bad happened from that either, but it's just scary to me. So anyway, I found when I was at VidCon a couple years ago, I don't know what it's like now, but I remember, this is when it was Musical.ly and not TikTok and stuff, but I remember I was sitting outside. The four of us were like sitting on the floor with Simguru Drake, actually. This is kind of a deep cut. Simguru Drake was the community manager for The Sims 4 like years ago, before Kate and then before Simguru Frost. So she went to VidCon that year, and we were like hanging out with her because we were the only Simmers that were there, kind of talking to her, sitting outside. And we were all kind of sitting in a circle on the floor. And then all of a sudden, this like, I assume like Musical.ly person came walking outside and then running outside as this crowd of girls was following, chasing him, screaming. I've never in my life seen anything like this. VidCon is really something special. I don't know if it's like that anymore. I don't know what happens there anymore. I haven't been in years. But that was such an it was such an interesting thing to witness, I would say. Such an interesting thing to witness. No, it wasn't Jacob Sartorius. It was somebody else. I didn't know who it was at the time, but and it was years and years and years ago. But anyway, yeah, well that's, I mean, you could kind of compare that to like the at TwitchCon this year, like the crowds around the Dream SMP panels and stuff. I think that was sort of similar to what I was seeing at VidCon a few years ago. So anyway, it's all very, very interesting to think about. There's like no other place on earth where that would happen to that degree, you know? Because it's like the audience is so concentrated. Like those people might get recognized. Like I get recognized in public, you know, but I would never have a crowd form around me. You know, it's like one person is like, hey, Kayla, I watch your videos. I would never have a crowd around me in public, right? But at a place like VidCon, I don't know if there will be for me. Probably not. But at a place like VidCon, the audience is so concentrated because like everybody there watches YouTube, you know? So it's very, very interesting. Okay, should you cook some more? Probably. When I plan to have Peach Gen? Well, we only just aged up into young adults, literally like yesterday in game. So Probably won't have another kid just yet. Yeah, putting a convention together is a big deal. It's hard to put a convention together. It's a lot of work. I'm glad that's not my job. You think about like all of the details that go into planning it beyond just like, you know, the feature creator part and stuff like that. But like they're trying to like organize content for all these panels and everything. There's like the security, there's all these booths, all these, so much to think about at a convention that they're trying to plan. So glad it's not my problem. So conventions are stressful. Don't think you could ever go. Yeah, Peachy, I find conventions kind of stressful too. I really liked at TwitchCon this year because we were kind of hanging around all the simmers. You know, it was like basically our Among Us group was all hanging together at TwitchCon, the ones of us who were there. And we are all so similar, me and the Among Us group of simmers that play together, where like we all are anxious. We all don't do well with crowds. We're all, you know, kind of quiet. We all, you know, struggle with social interaction over extended periods of time. So there was like moments where we were like, you know what? Do you all want to just go sit on the floor over there together for a little bit? And then we would. And it was great. We were all in this together, you know? Yeah, introverts gang, right? Seriously. But it was nice because we were all kind of on the same page. It's hard when you're with a group and like part of the group is go, 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 go. And then you're like, I want to sit here for a sec and calm down. So it was nice that everybody was kind of together with that. We were all like, yeah, let's sit for a second and calm down. Some quiet time would be nice. So that was good about it too. But introverts unite separately and in your own homes. There you go. There you go. Okay. You cleaned up that, you ate. Let's talk to the cats a little bit longer, too, so we can try and befriend them. Play with laser pointer. Hug. Yes. Alex, Emmy, Kathy, Dani, Poet, thank you for the subs. Could I check some stats on Sims? What does that mean? Like, you want me to show you their skills and stuff?
Ooh, Yerblick.
Barbie has unlocked the single and loving it lifestyle. There you go. There you go. Interesting. Oh, that's gonna be cool, Lisa. That's a lot of people. That should be fun though. Anyway, to the right of genealogy stats. That's what you want to see, Edge? I mean, I can show you. I know where the stats are. I just didn't know what stats you were looking for. Because when you say sim stats, do you mean like literally sim stats? Clearly you did. Or do you mean like stats could be their skills, it could be their traits, like depending on how you look at it here. That's a lot. Times confident 260? Whoa. Whoa, whoa, whoa. A lot of fires too, huh? Oh my god! Speaking of fire, I guess. Well, there you go. I just spoke that into existence, didn't I? That's so weird. Yeah, I have a toilet fire. So, yikes. Barbie, can you come inside? Unavailable. There we go. Fire's out. Calm down. It's fine. Take a shower. Well. Well. How do you check sim stats? Oh, this button here. Next to the family tree button. Where they have the age bar, there's a family tree and then there's sim stats. So, okay. Well, that's annoying. Yeah, spend some friend time together. Why not? Why not? I should make the highlight reel. It probably should. I did just manifest that, didn't I? Unbelievable. Okay. So you need to work on like... get some food. How about for starters? And then I will probably check all these plants, they seem fine. How often do I get recognized? I don't, that's a good question, Al. It really depends where I am. Cause like, I would say like, I also don't leave the house much, right? But like if I were to go to Disney World, for example, where there's like a lot of people, I get recognized like pretty much every time I would go out to a place like that. But like, I don't get recognized at like the grocery store that often. It happens from time to time, but it's not like a daily occurrence. Does that make sense? But if I go to like a busy, big place, like a place like Disney or something where there's a lot of people, oftentimes people will come and say hi to me. So anyway, does that make sense? It's an interesting question though to think about. Okay. Peppa Potts got promoted. You're better at this than your sister is. Oh, we could go to the Spice Festival with our dead mom. How about that? Let's all go. Do I have a hard time when it happens? No, I don't think so. I think it's kind of cool, to be honest. It does, I will say that like, when it happens, like next to my house, I kind of have like a, oh, I live here kind of moment. Like there'll be times where I'll get recognized at like the grocery store next to my house and it's fine. But I do have kind of like a, oh, I could walk here and it's like definitely fine, you know, but you never know, I guess. But it's kind of cool, but I don't know. You'd be nervous to say hi? I think if I saw a YouTuber in public, I would be nervous to say hi too. I'm not scary, I promise. I'll be nice to you. But I think if I saw a person that I liked in public, I probably wouldn't say anything to them just because I would be too nervous to go up to them. I don't know. I'm just scared of that. But I don't care if people come up to me. So it's not for that reason. It's just like I'd be too scared to say hi. That is the Red Gen house. Yeah, my Red Gen Sims lived here. We had like I lived on the second floor in a fake apartment that I built, and I tried to make like a fake apartment building. That was my Red Gen household though. She's nicer in person? Okay. Okay, Brew. No, Natalie, you wouldn't be weird. You wouldn't be weird at all. Definitely not. If you wanted to go, don't let your own insecurities hold you back from doing something that you want to do. Because I don't think there is a way to be weird at conventions, first of all. Like, conventions are sort of a gathering of weird people. And I don't mean weird in a bad way. I mean weird in like we have nice interests, you know? Interesting interests that we care a lot about. I think conventions sort of are the place to be weird, you know? If I saw you in public, I wouldn't approach out of doubting my ability to recognize anyone. No, me too. I'm so bad with faces sometimes. And even if I was certain, if I saw like a YouTuber I knew for a fact it was them, I'd still be like, what if it's not them? What if it's not them? You know, I'd be too scared. Like, what if and I know everybody thinks this because everybody is like, hey, when they say hi to me, it's like, are you a YouTuber? And then I'm like, yes. And then they're like, I love your Sims videos. But it's like, they know, but they're like, just to be sure, I'm gonna ask, because what if you're not? That would be embarrassing. But everybody has the same reaction. So many people are like, are you a YouTuber? They start off small and then they're like, yeah, I know you are, but just checking, you know? Which I understand. I would do the same thing. It's kind of a low stakes way of introducing yourself too. Because it's kind of casual to be like, hey, do you make YouTube videos? It's like an easy way to start off saying hi, you know? So. You met a YouTuber, that's what you said too? Yeah, I think it's a safe bet, honestly. For anybody. Any kind of like, if you saw like an actor, you could be like, hey, are you an actor? Have I seen you in something? Easy. It's an easy way to start off the conversation. It's chill, you know? And then if it's not them, easy out. You'd be like, oh, I thought you looked like so-and-so. Oh my goodness. That makes sense though, Coro. I can see that. Like if you saw a YouTuber or something and you knew, like you can tell that you're pretty sure you've seen him before, but you can't place where. I can see that happening to me too, especially if it's a person that you don't watch a lot and you're like, I'm pretty sure I know you. Your first thought wouldn't be like, oh, they're famous. Like, you probably assume that maybe you went to school together or something, you know? It's like, is that one of my brother's friends? Like, you probably would assume that first if you weren't sure. So. Yeah, I would be too scared to say hi, though. I think I'm a little bit too nervous to go up to anybody. This is so embarrassing. I saw a Disney YouTuber that I watch at Disney once. I like to watch the local vloggers, okay? I live in Orlando, I'm allowed to. And I saw them at Disney once. I definitely did not say hi. I just looked from afar. And I was like, oh my god, Dan, look! Look who it is! So I understand. Totally understand. He was actively vlogging though, so that's another reason I wouldn't go up to him as he's filming. I don't want to like interrupt, you know? But I'm a local streamer for you, really? That's funny. Who was it? It was Paging Mr. Morrow. If you've seen him on YouTube before, he makes Disney vlogs. I watch them sometimes. I saw him at Epcot once. So you see a lot of Disney people, creators at Disney if you go there. Even if I don't know who they are, I can usually tell that they're a vlogger because they're, you know, vlogging. You love him? Yeah, I saw him, but he doesn't know that because I didn't say anything to him. You can't embarrass me though because he follows me on Instagram, okay? Oh, I should have kept my mouth shut. You actually can't embarrass me about this though, I'm serious. Don't embarrass me to him. It's too close to home. Be careful. Did you really, Passion? That's cool. That's cool. You're sworn to secrecy. We are friends here, and I trust you. So don't go spilling anything. Okay? You saw Tyler Oakley in Michigan and you just squinted at him in confusion. I wonder how often that happens to people. I bet like big celebrities or like really big YouTubers that have been around for a long time, I'm sure that happens to them all the time, where they can like tell that people are like trying to place them, you know? They can probably tell when somebody is like, how do I know you? They probably recognize it because I bet it happens all the time. When you're that big, I'm sure it's like so common, you know? So I feel like, especially with Tyler, because maybe I'm just in this bubble, but I was obsessed with him when I was younger. If I saw any of like that era of YouTube, like any of those vloggers that were sort of in that friend group, I would like be so excited. Your bestie went to high school with Tyler? Really? Well, we play Among Us with Tyler Oakley. So, there you go. There you go. I might have my Sims go back home. We got enough time here. Your dad sat with Louis Capaldi and Niall Horan at a bar once? Really? Oh my god. Did he know who it was? Did he talk to them about it? That's actually so funny to me. I could see like my dad seeing like somebody really famous like that somewhere and just sitting down talking to him. Absolutely not a clue who it is. Not a clue. That's really cool though. That's a fun story. Adele said happy birthday to your mom at a concert. Your mom talked to Katy Perry and had no idea who she was. Katy Perry of Sweet Treats fame? Imagine not knowing about Katy Perry's Sweet Treats, her biggest project. That's really cool though. That's really cool. That's a fun celebrity to see. Your mom sat next to Frankie Grande on a cruise ship and didn't know who he was? I can see that though. I don't know if I would recognize Frankie Grande. No, I was thinking of Frankie Jonas just then. I'd recognize Frankie Grande. It's Frankie Jonas who I wouldn't recognize. Wrong Frankie. Is his name Frankie? Why do all of these celebrities have siblings named Frankie? Huh. Interesting. Interesting. Good for them, I guess. Never heard of Frankie Jonas. Oh, it's the Jonas Brothers' little brother. who is famously not in the Jonas Brothers. I think he's a lot younger than them though. So when they were doing it, he was like a kid. So it's not like he was like intentionally left out. They just got famous when he was too little. So tell the Chris's apart. No, I think I could do it, Allie. I've been practicing. I think I could tell the Chris's apart if I tried today. I'm serious. Mods, can I get a picture of the Chris's? I want to do it. I'm gonna do it right too. Just you wait. Can you do it in person? No. Sometimes I see pictures of the various famous Chris's and one of them always looks different to me. What happened to the twin? Oh, she died. She died when she aged up into a young adult because she was having a mood swing as a teen, so she was mortified, and then when she aged up, No, I think it's Chris Evans that always looks different from how I think he's gonna look. Oh God. Hold on, let me pause my game. This one, 100% certain, is Chris Pine. Am I right? Am I right? Okay. See, I told you I know. That's Chris Pine. Easy. I can do this game. It's Chris Pine and Chris Evans that No, see, now I know this one is Chris Evans. You can't fool me because I learned. I just had to realize that Chris Evans isn't who I think he is. Do you know what I think my problem is? I know about, wait, let me check something. Here's my problem. I think, okay, listen. I know who Chris Hemsworth is because I love the Hunger Games and therefore I know about all these guys because they're brothers and such. But I think that this is Chris Evans. And I think that's why this throws me off. I know what Chris Hemsworth looks like, except when he looks like this. And to me, this is Chris Evans. Does that make sense? In my head, that's Chris Evans, but it's not. You see what I mean? Okay, and someone else doesn't see what I mean. Or, wait, this, when I think about Chris Evans, I think of this. And it's just not correct. That's Chris Evans. But I've never seen any of these movies, so how would I know? Anyway. He's Captain America? Yeah, but I've not seen it. I know, but I haven't seen it. So in my head, that's Chris Evans. It's not. Anyway, I haven't seen any of these films. Don't judge me. I'm being honest with you right now about who's that? No, this isn't fair. Who's that? I've never seen that guy before. Who is that? That's Chris Evans? How? I'm telling you, I don't know who Chris Evans is. That's the problem. That's Chris Evans? No, it's not. You're lying. I thought you threw in a curveball, different Chris. Chris Evans is so weird. How does he always look different? How does Chris Evans always look so different? I know he just shaved, but it's not just his beard, it's his whole face. Because I could recognize Chris Pratt, no beard. The beard really changes him. I fully thought that Bruin was sending me like some different set of Chris's. I'm dead serious. I was like, this isn't fair. I don't know that one. Oh. Who's the third one? That one's Chris Pine. This one's Chris Pratt. And this one is Chris Hemsworth, who I always, in my head think Chris Evans is, but isn't. I don't know. That, I've never seen that guy before. I'm serious. He looks different every time. I don't know who Chris Evans is. Maybe I should watch his movies so that way I could know who Chris Evans is. Look at Mod Hangout. No, this is not one of them. That's Ryan. Don't try and fool me. Are you trying to tell me this guy is Chris Evans? Who's this? Is that him? I can see it. I don't know who Chris Evans is. We have this problem every time. I'm never gonna learn who Chris Evans is either. Because every time I see him, he looks different than I think he will. Every single time he looks different. I don't get it. I don't get it. Why are we discussing Chris's? I don't know. Because I don't know who they are is apparently the problem. Allison, Fruit Boy, Sims, Lauren, Marissa, thank you for the bits and subs and stuff. Oh my. We get on this conversation a lot on stream. I'm getting sent more. Oh, I should watch Knives Out. Great Chris Evans movie. I don't like knives. I don't want to watch that. What happens in that? It's a murder mystery? Oh, really? I watched Guardians of the Galaxy a couple weeks ago. What are you doing? I watched Guardians of the Galaxy a couple weeks ago when I was writing letters all day for my fundraiser. And I'm serious. I did not like that movie. I think Guardians is a weird movie. The whole thing, nonsense, first of all. Second of all, no one told me that the beginning was sad like that. The last thing I need is something like that during my cancer hospital fundraiser. Thank you. Anyway, I didn't like it. I think it's a weird movie. So, anyway. No spoilers, please. I don't think it's a spoiler-y. I think that's just like the whole premise of the film. Like in every movie ever, it's like main character's parent dies. That is my inspiration for life. You know, it's not really a spoiler. It's just like how movies work. It's kind of just how it goes. And it's in the very beginning, so. I haven't seen the other ones, but. Anyway. I would like Knives Out. Okay, maybe. Yeah, I haven't seen the other two. I didn't like it though. I liked Groot. I thought Groot was a good character. The rest of them I thought were not as fun. And I don't like Chris Pratt, so that's a problem too. They keep sending more pictures. I've never seen these men before. I'm serious, this isn't funny. Can anyone in chat honestly tell me who these people are? Chris Evans roasted his 2000 style. Is this the same guy? This is all Chris Evans? Is there something wrong with me? I'm dead serious. I can't see it. I can't see it. I guess they... And this one is flipped. That's not helping. I can... This guy is Chris Evans. This person is unrecognizable to me. blindness, but only for Chris Evans. These guys look very different. He has he's got range. Chris Evans has range. I'm impressed. He looks different in every photo. Good person to be an actor, I guess. I can only assume it's Chris Evans. Is this one also Chris Evans? That's amazing. Facial hair can change a person. Wow. He's got nice eyes. Good for him. Clark Kent would definitely fool Kayla. Yeah, probably. What movie is this from? This isn't Chris Evans. You can't do this to me. This is not Chris Evans. Wait. His name is... Oh my god. I always get him and... Don't laugh at me. I always get him and the guy from The Office confused. This is Jake Gyllenhaal, yes? I mistake him for Steve Carell. I don't know how to explain that, but I get Jake Gyllenhaal and Steve Carell confused. And I'm not kidding. I've seen The Office. I'm not a fake Swiftie. I don't need to remember her ex-boyfriend's faces. I know his name. We don't like him. I'm not good with faces. How am I supposed to know? Calm down. She doesn't like him, why should I? Anyway, I get him and Steve Carell confused, and I really can't explain that because they don't look alike. But they occupy a similar place in my brain. No, I don't even want to show you a picture. How about an old picture? It's not helping. I don't know. They're in the same place in my brain. You see it? Okay. It helps this one's blurry. It really helps that this picture is blurry, because otherwise, you could probably tell better. Oh no. They could be related. They could be like cousins, you know? Maybe it's the nose? I don't know. I don't really know. You're confused what's happening? Me too. I'm confused. I haven't got a clue what's going on. I love playing Does Kayla Know This White Man? Oh, and the answer is she probably doesn't. I'm really bad with celebrities. Specifically with actors. And like, especially movie actors. I'm actually, I think, pretty good with internet people. But I'm not good with celebrities, like mainstream celebrities. So, anyway. Sometimes you just like conflate two people and they're not the same, but you know? Do the Toms? Is there more than one celebrity named Tom? Oh. Hiddleston, Holland. I think I could do those two. think. Cruise? Oh, I could name Tom Cruise, I think. Tom Brady? I don't know if I could tell you what Tom Brady looks like. That one might be out of my comfort zone a little bit. We'll have to see. Hanks? Oh yeah, Tom Hanks. I know Tom Hanks. I've seen that one. Mods, can you get me a picture of the Toms and I'll try and name them? I don't want to look it up myself because I'm scared that I'm going to get a spoiler. I think I could probably do it. Wait. Okay, I got it. This one, Tom Cruise. Do you know how I know? Because Tom Cruise's tooth is in the middle of his face. I remember seeing this once and I always remembered it. Look, if you draw a line, his tooth right in the middle of his face. I thought it was kind of cute. But that's how I know. You put that out, I can't unsee? Well, it's not a big deal. It's just a thing that I noticed about him because I saw someone make a video about it on TikTok and then I was like, wow, that's true. And now I can remember who's who. But isn't he scary? Isn't he like not a good guy? Who's that? Okay. Tom Hanks. Hiddleston. Never seen you before. Actually, who is that? Tom Hardy? Well, he's not the most successful of the Toms, is he? Venom? I've never seen that. Sorry, Tom Hardy. I've never seen that. And Tom Holland. See? I've never heard of a film called Venom. That's news to me. You would not like it, probably? No, I wouldn't. I can already tell. I know I wouldn't like it. Do you live under a rock? Yeah, maybe. I don't know anything about Marvel at all. Is it Marvel? Venom is Spider-Man's enemy? Really? It's not Marvel? Huh. Marvel adjacent. Not in the MCU, it's a Sony Marvel film. Yeah, to me, there's no clear difference. How am I to know? Tom Quiz? Uh-oh. Wait, no. I don't want to turn ad block off. Leave me alone. Wait. Let me try this Tom Quiz. No, I can't do this Tom Quiz. I don't know who any of these people are. That guy's in Friends! The rest of them? Not a clue. Not a clue. I don't know. No, he isn't? Yes, he is. He's got the mustache. He dates Monica. It's Richard. I've seen him. I've seen reruns of Friends. I know that one. That one's Hiddleston. That one's Holland. That one's Hanks. Cruise. What was his name? Venom. I don't remember his last name. Hardy. Okay. I recognize this person, but I don't know his name. His name is Tom, I guess, but couldn't tell you what his last name is. Oh my. Okay, that's enough. That's enough. I'm embarrassing myself. It's been too long. I gotta stop this. I gotta stop this. I don't know anything. Look at the cat in the Sims game. What's the cat doing? Should I be worried? Or do you want to see it up close? Is that what's happening? Oh, look at you! You're quite cute, actually. Oh, wait, has it been doing that for a while? Wait, has it been doing that and I didn't know? I was very distracted. I had not a clue this was happening. How long has that been happening for? The ghost is stuck too. Well. Oh, I can't reset her. Oh, let's reload. That can't be good. You've been crying for like 5 minutes about it, and I was just completely clueless. I had no idea that was happening. Okay, we're gonna try and reload. We'll see if it fixes it. Jana, Glossy Steampunk, thank you for the subs. Oh my. Stuck walking to a wall earlier? Really? Fun fact, Tom Hardy does martial arts above the studio you dance in, so you bump into him after he's been training. Oh, I like him now. Friend of the stream. Sorry that I made fun of his movies. I'd never seen them. I'm sure they're very good, and I'm sure people like them a lot. Just not me. So. I'm sure he's a cool guy. I didn't mean to be rude. That was uncalled for. I shouldn't have said that. That was mean. It was wrong of me to call him the least successful Tom. That was not. I shouldn't have said that. Who am I to say anything? I'm a Sims YouTuber. Like. Okay, the cat's fixed now. Okay. It's a lovely Saturday morning. We don't have work today. I'm gonna bring the whole family out to fish. So. Willow Creek. If you can't watch Pirates, you can't watch anything Tom Hardy is in. It's not your fault. Yeah. Yeah. Are you, Marissa? That's gonna be fun. I'm gonna need to figure out something for dinner tonight too. Dan is still at urgent care though. He says our current update is it's really cold in there. He might be next. We'll see. Okay. Yeah, he's having a severe foot problem. He can't walk on it. We don't know what's causing it. So, he's been there for about a while. So, yeah, his foot thing got worse. It's been worse every day for like 4 days, to the point where now he was like, I need to go see someone. So, we don't really know what happened. He woke up one morning and his foot hurt really bad. It's like he didn't injure it, we don't think, because he woke up and he was in pain. So, I don't know. But anyway, he'll be okay. He just, he's going to the UK to see his family tomorrow, so it would be nice to at least figure out what's going on, because he's going to be traveling, which is not good. So, anyway, he's going to see a real doctor though, so it'll be okay. We don't need to talk about it too much on stream, because we don't need Twitch doctors, because we got real ones. But tendinitis for you? Yeah, we think it might end up being something like that, Sweet Music Woman. I was talking to Shella about it, and Shella's husband, Tony, thinks that it might be gout. But I don't know. We'll see. The word gout is horrible and very, very gross sounding. But it's something to do with, like, I don't know. It makes sense when I read it for him, but I don't want to talk about it anymore. Gout is a horrible word, though. So painful. Yeah, that's the thing. Your dad has gout, it's not that bad. Well, it's not ideal. Gout is a weird word, though. But yeah, it's a type of arthritis. It has to do with it's like inflammation in your joints, right? But it has to do with an overproduction in your body of something. So uric acid, and then it causes crystals to form in your joints, which makes you hurt. So that's what it is, uric acid. Anyway, yikes. So, yikes. Crystals in your joints. Yeah, isn't that horrible? Guppy. What do we got? Not what I need, that's for sure. Cowplant berry! Oh, good. I can plant one of those. Maybe he'll sparkle in the sun like Edward Cullen. Oh, he's pale enough to be a vampire. Maybe he'll start sparkling too. That'll be fun. He's got the crystals. Okay, let's keep fishing all day, shall we? I said Derek's lady, thank you for the subs. Where are they fishing? Oh, we're fishing across from the big mansion in Willow Creek because you can get angelfish here. I know because I've done it before, but not angelfish. Yes, angelfish. I need angelfish. Tell me if you see an angelfish that pops up. I've caught it here before though. So. What do you want? Okay, good. You got an angelfish in Sulani? Well, maybe I'll go to Sulani then, Christine. I just don't have high enough fishing skill. I think it's gonna yell at me. Very upset he doesn't have a goat. You know what, Dan? You had to go and maybe get gout. What about a goat? Maybe it's the wrong kind of angelfish. You find it behind the Caliente house? Oh, that could be a fun spot. I never go there. The Calientes are dead, but... Esoteric's lady, giant snail, thank you so much. You got to see goats on the roof of a building last week? I think goats are cool. I like goats. I'm a fan of goats, I think. How about you, Chad? I think I like them. Goats are a cute animal. Goats are scary, they eat everything. Do they? I don't know if I've been around a goat much. Which one? Is it this one that you say? Directly behind the Caliente's house? Oh, I saw it. So that's good. We can definitely get it here. They have weird pupils. They do! Aren't they like square? That's not right. Brooke says, I hate goats. Oh! I got my angelfish! Oh. Well then. That problem is solved. We can go home. I needed the angelfish so that I could bring my sister back to life. Now I just need to get level 10 of both the cooking skills. Which actually, Blaze might be able to do faster than Barbie. Because he's got level 10 regular cooking skill already. Oh. Interesting. Sorry. Mountain goats aren't really goats? Really? What are they then? Interesting. Your mom has such a bad obsession with goats. She's always at the zoo? Really? I'm sorry, but I think that's really cute, actually. What a fun thing to be obsessed with. Your favorite thing is goats and you're always hanging out with goats? That's so fun. Good for her. I'm glad. Be passionate about your interests, you know? My favorite thing is The Sims. And it worked out for me, I would say. So. Okay, now I need to max gourmet cooking skill. So that's gonna suck. Let's get a move on, shall we? Hi, Hannah. Happy birthday, Hannah! Everyone say happy birthday, Hannah, in the chat. It's very important. Everyone, quick. That's Hanta in the chat. Longtime internet friend of mine. Say happy birthday. Hannah, what do you think about goats? It's really important. I need to know. It's actually urgent. Thoughts on goats? Look at them all saying happy. You guys are all so nice. That's so cute. Yeah, goats. What do you think? Oh, not ghosts. I have enough of those. I mean goats. Maybe my newest obsession is goats. How did this start?
Ooh, dwarf.
Who brought it up? Do you remember? I don't know. Oh, gout. That's right. Dan maybe has gout, so I'm obsessed with goats now. That's right. Okay, yeah. All right, I'm gonna be obsessed with goats now. I have no idea. Might get goats in the horse pack? No, don't say that, because if we don't, I'll be sad. Do you think we might? I guess I could see that. If they added goats similar to like how the, like the cows are and stuff. Oh. No, we shouldn't get our hopes up. I think that's pretty far-fetched. That would be cool. Especially with my newfound goat obsession. And also Dan's newfound gout. But, no, we shouldn't get our hopes up. Let's write a nonfiction story about goats. Yeah, this is like when I decided to be a Maple Leafs fan, yeah. Goats. The tell-all. It's like a drama book about goats. There you go. If we were gonna get goats, they would have been in Cottage Living. Yeah, I agree. I don't think we're ever gonna get goats in The Sims 4. What would we even do with goats in The Sims 4? Yeah, True Blue, I learned that okay. So basically, whenever I have to explain these things, I always get embarrassed. Basically, I learned about the Maple Leafs. Oh, you would look at the goats? Okay, I guess that's fair enough. I learned about the Maple Leafs, and I thought to myself, wow, I've never heard of something so ridiculous in my life. I'm gonna become a fan. And then I pretended to be a fan of the Maple Leafs on stream. We used to joke about keeping track of their games and stuff. I'm a stan. They played somebody from Florida recently. I remember because I saw it trending on Twitter. And I was like, oh, that's cute. So. No, the horse pack hasn't been confirmed. Miss Computer, there's absolutely no confirmation. It's all pure speculation based on that one leak still. So it might not even be real, but. Tampa Lightning? No, I think it was, do we have is there a hockey team in Miami? Was it the Panthers? Maybe it was the Panthers. We're in the Stanley Cup finals. The Floridians are in the finals for hockey? That doesn't seem right. I think we have no business being there. Vegas is kicking their butt. Oh, really? Well, Vegas has no business being there either. Do you even know what ice looks like? I'm from Florida. I've never seen ice in my life. No, I'm joking. But still. Vegas and Florida have no business. Maybe the other teams all got like too overconfident. And we came through in one. The team from Tampa just won back-to-back. Oh, good for them. Actually, I don't like Tampa, so never mind. Bad for them. I finished my goats book. That's good. Vegas is a good team. I'm sure they are. I'm just joking about how we you know, you wouldn't think there'd be a good team from a hot place. And yet there is. Poetry! Let's talk about the Maple Leafs. What's the T on Tampa? Oh, I just don't like it. Maple Leafs. They're the Leafs, not the leaves. The Leafs. Good for them. Okay. There were a bunch of Winter Olympians last year from Florida. Really? Oh, good for us. Yay. Anyway, I don't know anything about hockey, really, obviously. It's not my strong suit, so. Okay. I'd completely forgotten that you were a Leafs fan. Oh, me too. Yeah, same. I had also forgotten about that. Blaze, you have to cook again, sorry. What sport is your strong suit? Stardew Valley. Esports professional, right here. I won a tournament once. I got prize money. So. My sport is esports, but not most of them. Just the Stardew kind. The other kinds aren't for me. I was like solidly middle of the pack in that Fall Guys tournament. That's not too bad. I was carried a little bit by Shella and Dan. But I was like, our team was middle of the pack in that Fall Guys tournament. You know? That's fine. Oh no. Okay. Let's see. Would you like to put the salmon away? What skill do you have? Gourmet cooking 3, almost 4. Okay. Is Barbie going to marry? No, we're gonna have Barbie never get married, we think. Peppa probably will. Maybe Peppa can date as a ghost. But I don't think Barbie will get married. Barbie, I think, is gonna have a overachiever. That's kind of pinkish. That's fine. Barbie, I think, is gonna have a science baby eventually. Maybe 2 science babies? I don't know. Yeah, I'm trying to get Peppa back to life. That's sort of my current goal at the moment, is to get Peppa back to life. Use the bathroom, take a shower. Okay. What were Listerine and Colgate's kids' names? Someone asked. Oh. I don't know. I have to go back quite far. Let me see. So Listerine had a kid named Beatrice who died by electrocution. And Colgate had Anthony and Adrian. Does that help you? Somebody asked because they were trying to do a family tree, I think. I didn't see that was 4 minutes ago. Oops. Crystal and Perfect, Sierra, Ember, thank you for the subs. I've been talking too much about the Leafs. Yeah, Adrian had the same hair. That's cute. Can you stop doing yoga now? Go shower and stuff. Okay. You want to publish 10 books? Oh my, write genre book. Let's do a screenplay. I've already named books after most of the Barbie movies. Let me try another one and see what I can do. How about this? Barbie Dolphin Magic. I looked up a list. No, Barbie Spy Squad. There's a long list of Barbie films. Cute. Very, very cute. That was a terrible movie. I don't know if I've seen that movie. Am I missing out? Oh my god, why are you still dazed? I swear I've tried to like make you exercise enough. I guess you can go to sleep. Maybe tomorrow. Do you have work off tomorrow? You do. Oh, tomorrow we can try and have her find someone to date. How about that? My ghost can go find a bestie. Let's make a faux bacon wrapped asparagus, shall we? How are you doing? Gourmet cooking 4.5. We can probably bring her back to life pretty soon. It's gonna be like nothing ever happened. It's gonna be fine. Okay. Upgrade the hot tubs to have stereos and aromatherapy. Really? Oh my god. Well, I'll have to consider that. Save the food? Well, the cat was in it, so I couldn't. Now the cat's out of it, but the cat, when I first saw it, was in the food, so I couldn't get to it very easily. Did you start? Okay. I thought you started a fire. Okay. Barbie finished writing another entire book. publisher. Barbie Spy Squad. Yes. I'm back. Okay, now you could probably go to sleep. Yeah, it's nice. Upgrading appliances is pretty good. It works out pretty well for you most of the time, I feel. Okay. Yeah, Peppa died because she aged up while she was in a mood swing, so she was mortified from her mood swing as a teen, and then she died as a young adult. So I'm trying to bring her back. It was a tragic, terrible accident. Actually, it was an accident. I didn't do anything this time, chat. That's why I'm trying to bring her back to life. Everyone always accuses me of things. Oh my god, how am I burnt out? Can I cheat it away? I worked on this to try and fix it. That doesn't feel fair to me. Oh, it's gone. Yay. She's already dead. So I shouldn't have to worry about her being like uncomfortable too. You know? You would? Okay, good. Okay. Yeah, Peppa has sort of like a farm theme to her bedroom because she's named her Peppa Pig. She's a big fan. Whenever I try to explain these things to people, I feel like it's so bizarre. Bailey, Kat, thank you for the subs, both of you. Okay. Have her paint or something? Well, I was having her do yoga, Emily, and it wasn't working. Well, it was working, but it wasn't working fast enough. The burnout happens too often for me to be comfortable. She went to like one day of work and then she got burnt out. I mean, real, but annoying for my Sims. Yeah, this is the exterior of the house. This is what it looks like. I think it's cute. Anyway, I relate, but it's fine. I think my mic just cut out. Uh-oh, really? It looks like people can still hear me. No sound? Mic is fine? Oh, two people, more than one person says no sound. There was like 3 of them that said that. Maybe there was like a weird Twitch bug. It crackled? Did it happen to everyone? Or just some people? Maybe it was on Twitch if it was only some people. That's really weird. No crackle? Yeah, maybe it was just some people that had it? Huh. Yeah, I don't think it was on my end then. That's really weird. I wonder why. I don't know. I don't know. It's been fine for you? How strange. Yeah, it was just a handful of people. Not a lot. I don't know why that was. I don't know. I don't know. Everything looks the same on my end, so. Still doing it, but not a lot. It's still crackling, but not for everybody. I don't know if that's on my end then. Maybe try and refresh if that's happening to you. That's really weird. It's weird that it's happening to more than one person, but not everybody. You know what I mean? Because if it was everybody, then it would be like my fault probably, you know? But it doesn't seem like it is. Huh. Okay, well, today on this fine Sunday, I'm gonna go see if Peppa wants to date someone. What kind of person do you think Peppa wants to date? Probably a single person. I don't know. A farmer? Oh. Maybe I could, how about this? What if we went to a farm and tried to find someone to date? What do you think about that? We could go just show up at one of the big houses in Henford-on-Bagley and then try and date one of them. Thoughts? Okay. Henford-on-Bagley. Maybe, how about this? What if we go and see who's working at the stalls? Like maybe somebody, like maybe the grocer or something. You know? The creature keeper. Oh, that's an idea too. Keeping in mind, the original ones are all dead. So it's going to be a new person. We can get llamas and pretend they are goats. Oh, that would be fun. I would like that. That could work. Okay. Who all is working today? It's 6 a.m., so nobody. What was I thinking coming here this early? I don't think I realized how early it was. They were awake, so I was like, yep, this is fine. Maybe you could fish while we wait for them to come to work. And then we'll talk to them as soon as we get here. I think it'll probably open at 9. 9? Okay, we have to fish for 2 hours then. That's fine. That's fine. Now you can hear. That's so weird. I wasn't on my end, we don't think, Clown. I'm wondering if it was a Twitch glitch, because not everybody had the problem. I feel like if it was me, then it would have been everybody, you know? I would like see something wrong with my mic and everybody would hear it, but because only some of you did, I don't know. I don't know. Anyway, seems like it's fine, so that's really weird. Okay, it's almost time. It's open! Okay, well, I'm not gonna date Agnes Crumplebottom, that's for sure. Wait, who are you? Marvin Bloom. Now that sounds like a farmer. I'm gonna bring Peppa back with Ambrosia. We're gonna try and create it, Jen, so we can cook it for her and Peppa can come back to life. Okay. Okay. Marvin is squeamish and insider and good. He also likes painting. I think you're cute, Marvin. Should I give Marvin a new haircut? What kind of haircut would Marvin have? Maybe he has long hair. Marvin! I don't like your outfit, Marvin. No, actually, maybe I do. Maybe it's kind of iconic. What if I gave him that and then like some black shoes? You can wear that for athletic. Maybe take some of your accessories off for sleepwear. Interesting. Why are my skin details at the bottom, yours are at the top? Do you mean this? This is the makeup category. Is that what you mean? Are you thinking about it like maybe as if it was the skin details category, like from cast.full-edit mode? Maybe that's why you thought that? I don't know. Marvin, you can wear a little shirt. Maybe you could have some little pants. I like your yellow pants, actually. Those are kind of cute, I must say. What pack are those from? Oh, those are good. Oh, I need to use those more often. Okay, keep that in mind, chat. That there's like a nice, pants from Snowy Escape. Look at that, that's cute. Is he an adult or young adult? Oh, he's an adult. Oh. That's not so good because I'm dead. So he's gonna get old and I'm gonna be immortal. Can I wear yellow shoes too? I could always age him down, I guess. That could work. Why are you telling me to kill him? Whoa, chill everybody. It wouldn't be so much of a problem if I wasn't like legitimately worried that he might die of old age before I get a chance to date him. Like it wouldn't realistically be that big of a deal. It's just that like I'm dead. So I'm not aging and he's a lot older than me already. So the longer it takes for us to date him, the more old he gets and the more dead I stay. You know? I think I'll age him down. I have to go out of cast and come back to do that though. Ooh, that's cute. I like him. I'm excited for her to date him. Anything farm-like? Do you think he's a fan of Peppa Pig? Like, do you think he watches Peppa Pig? I don't know if anybody's a fan of Peppa Pig. Cowboy boots. Okay, I have to go back into full edit mode and then come back and age him down. That is the way. That will fix it. You know what? It's fun. Sometimes townies show up and they're like really cute. It's kind of cool. Okay. Okay. Now we have to let it load a little bit faster. Could use MC Command Center. Oh, I guess that's true. I could use MC Command Center. That's easier. That is a lot easier. Okay. He's a fan of Peppa Pig. You can see it in his eyes. Somebody else says no, he doesn't watch TV. I guess that's also a possibility. No, do you know what? Oh no! Bring me back! Bring me back! Maybe I should go into cast so I could see what his likes and dislikes are, because I did forget to look at that and I meant to. Well, Kat, let's talk about it. The key sellers that the Sims groups you're in don't want you to talk about. So those key sellers, like CD keys, are not authorized retailers. Like, they get their keys in sort of roundabout ways, like buying them in bulk and stuff like that. So they sell them at a discount, but they didn't get their keys in authorized ways from EA. Does that make sense? So like, if you bought a pack from Target, Target's an authorized retailer, but CD keys, G2A, Instant Gaming, those aren't authorized. I'll tell you, I've bought probably 100 packs off CD keys to do giveaways with. I've never had a problem, but it's not technically an authorized retailer, you know? Does that make sense? I've never had a problem. You buy a code from it. Sometimes, like, when you buy the codes, you'll see that, like, it'll give you a code and it's like a picture of a physical key, and the key will be maybe like a different language. Doesn't matter. The codes are international, but it's like you can tell they maybe bought them in bulk of physical copies from like a different country and stuff like that, is how it works. So I've never had a problem buying from them, but anyway. And sometimes, like, I don't know why they would say not to talk about it in your group, but it might be because of the non-authorized thing. It could be that they're trying to prevent discussion of stuff like that to avoid scammers. Stuff like that happens. But I'll tell you, I've never had a bad experience with CD keys. So some things to keep in mind, though, are like CD keys, for example, they were selling you know how Growing Together came with like some bonus items if you bought it early? They were selling those bonus items for like $5 at first, just the bonus items. So there are weird things that go on there, right? And sometimes you can get a discount on packs. Like, sometimes you might get an expansion pack half off, but then like some of the stuff packs might cost $14 instead of $10. So I wouldn't encourage you to buy all of your packs from there, but it wouldn't hurt to look for them. And then same thing also, like, if you bought a pack from there, you wouldn't get the early bonus content and stuff. Oh, they're actually seeing Dan now. That's good. He's been waiting for ages. They're actually seeing him now. He's in. They're going to talk to him. Exciting. Yeah, and then if you were to have a problem redeeming the code, it's like EA wouldn't help you, basically. Yeah, I guess they would have to help you. CD keys would, so. Anyway, and not all of the key sellers are, as Nerdy Size says, on the up and up, but I don't know. Sometimes those websites are a little bit fishy too, like in general with some of the things, but I've not had a problem personally with CD keys is the one that I've usually used, but yeah, sometimes like the expansion packs are better. That's what I buy on there most of the time. I don't really buy like game packs or stuff packs on there because sometimes they're more expensive. So, you had a problem once and they got back to you in 2 hours with a fixed code. See, that's good. I'm glad. I am glad. But anyway. Yeah, also, we can't gift things. The only reason I buy things off CD keys is because I try and buy giveaway codes, and I can't gift you guys anything on Origin, or the EA app. You can't gift anything on the EA app anymore, so I have to do it through third parties. The kits are over $5. Yeah, you can't really get your hands on keys for the kits. There's not really codes for most of them available anywhere. The only ways that I've gotten kit codes are from like EA giving them to me directly, or if I saw some of the first couple kits were on Amazon. But there's not really codes outside of EA for most of the kits. So. Okay, sing about new skill day. Oh, I was gonna age him down, I forgot. I was gonna go into cast and do it. If you guys missed it, the reason I'm doing this is because he's an adult, which isn't that big of a deal, but he's an adult day 33 out of 42. And my sim is a young adult ghost. So she's not currently aging because she's a ghost, and I don't want him to like die before we get together and have her come back to life, you know? So, hey Brayden, thanks for the 64 months. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Alright, I wanted to see his likes and dislikes too. He likes pink! Oh! Peppa's pink! Okay, they're OTP. They're made for each other. He doesn't like Lullaby's radio music. He likes hardworking Sims. Doesn't care about conversations. He likes polished and country fashion. He likes painting and vintage decor. Okay. I didn't age him down. Oh. I have to go back into cast. Oh no. Oh no. I'll just age him down with MC Command Center. It's fine. It's fine. I knew I was forgetting something. Dang it. Oh well. It takes a long time to load. You're starting to scare me, game. You ready yet? Are you ready yet? Are you ready yet? Are you ready yet? Oh, the other key sellers are marketplaces, so they're being sold by random people and are more likely to not work or be shady. Really? I've never bought anything from other places. Wait, so like, which ones? Like Instant Gaming is a marketplace like that? Is that true? Oh, no. It isn't true. Interesting. Either way, all I can speak for personally is CD keys. That's all I've personally used. So, but some are marketplaces. Yeah, I wouldn't buy a key off a marketplace like that. Because that makes me nervous. Especially for like a game code. You know? It's easier to buy a thing off of a place like that, but I don't know about a code. G2A is like that? Oh, really? I don't know anything about G2A. I've never used it for anything. Yeah, see what we mean by like unauthorized sellers, though? Ooh. Alright. Where have you gone, my friend? MC Command Center. Sim commands. Set age. Young adult. Happy birthday. Where'd you go? Oh, you can still see him in there. Oh, look at that. That's interesting. I'm surprised by that I can see him in there. G2A sold you a Steam account instead of Disney Dreamlight Valley that sells stolen accounts. Yeah, I know someone that happened to. They bought, same thing on G2A as well. They bought, I forget what it was. It was an old game. And they thought they were buying the old game, but they accidentally bought a Steam account with the old game, but it was not marketed that way. It just, they were selling a Steam account that had the old game on it, and that's not allowed. You can't do that. That's like TOS, bad. You can't sell Steam accounts like that. But they were marketing it like they were selling the game, and they were instead selling a Steam account that had the game, and that was scary for them to realize that. So yeah, that happened on G2A as well. I don't know. That's not good. Because can't you get banned on Steam for that? But you tried to buy the code and it gave you a stolen Steam account. Yeah, that's like the exact same thing that happened to my friend. That's so weird. I'm sorry that happened to you. I'm sure as long as you're like, I'm not gonna use it. Yeah, don't use it. Hopefully you'll be fine. That's no good though. That really sucks that happened. It would be bad to get banned on Steam. Not good. Not good. Yeah, you were like, not touching that. Yeah. Oh no. All right. You'd be so sad. Yeah, I've had Steam for ages. I play like all my games on Steam. That would be bad. Happened to your husband? Like buying the accounts by accident? Yeah, that's no good. The second moodlet is nothing tying me down from single and loving it lifestyle. Uh-oh. Dating through a wall, apparently. It's hard for me to talk to him because he's in there. Simon, Purple, Ellen, thank you for the subs. Show off muscles. Tell a funny story. I don't know. So romantic, this little date we're on right now. Sure. Can you get out of there so I can talk to you? Oh, Catherine. I like your hair color. That's pretty. Why is he in there? Because he works in there. And then I aged him down with MC Command Center, and now he's stuck in there. I guess I could travel with him, and he would be out of there. Let's go to the Rusty Bell restaurant. Oh, I've got 2 restaurants that I placed here. Oops. Marvin, come on. But that's good that you had a good experience on Instant Gaming, Sophia. It's good for us to talk about it and discuss, you know, so that we're all aware of our options. Because I would hate for anyone to buy something and then waste their money, you know. You received an email from Steam. Uh-oh. What did they say? Christine says it's common scam tactic of someone trying to steal your account. Yeah, make sure if you get any weird emails like that, triple check that it's actually an email from Steam, okay? And that it's not like somebody pretending to be Steam saying like, oh, reset your password. Just to be sure that they're not trying to steal your account for real by pretending that someone tried to steal your account, you know? Be super vigilant about that. Make sure it's like actually a legit Steam email, because there's quite a few like real looking scams out there. So fell for that as a kid. Sadly, a lot of people fall for those scam things. And I mean, it's easy to because they're getting really good at it. So definitely don't click the links in that email. Check on your Steam account directly if you can change your password, you know. But they're good at it. Same thing on Discord. There's a lot of Discord scams out there. Never click a link from a stranger on Discord. If you get some weird DM asking you to click some link, there's all kinds of scam ones. First of all, no one is ever going to give you free nitro. That's a scam. They pretend to be Discord sometimes and do it. And it also, if you get a weird link from your friend, and it's like, your friend does not type like that, you've never talked to them like that, and all of a sudden they're sending you this really bizarre link telling you to click it, and they never have asked you to do that before, don't click it. Your friend might have fallen for a scam and had their account hacked, and now they're using that hacked account to send it to everybody else that they're friends with. So just be really, really vigilant about the kind of messages you get on Discord. I've said this before and I'll say it again. If you get a weird DM on Discord and you're like, is this a scam? You can ask my mods. Even if it's completely unrelated to my server, you can ask us and we will check and tell you. We'll help you, because I don't want anyone to fall for anything. I really mean that. Like, if you ever see anything weird, you can share it in my server or message the mods. My server members will help you. The mods will help you. Like, we don't want you to fall for any weird Discord scams. Even if it's not involved with our server, we'll still help you, because I don't want you to get like your account stolen or something. That would suck. So, ask us. Also, I don't have a Telegram account, and I'm not going to send you anything. I don't do giveaways that I haven't spoken about out loud. If you get a weird message from me on Telegram or in my YouTube comments, it's not actually me. It's a scammer as well. So, hi, Snappy. Are you saying hi to everyone? I was talking about scammers. Oh, Snappy. I bet Snappy would fall for a scam. She's too nice. She wouldn't know. Did I not win an Xbox? That's the problem. These scams, the scam that people do on YouTube, not just in my comments, but in general on YouTube, is the scammer will say, like, hey, message me on Telegram to claim your prize. I don't have a Telegram. And then they're trying to tell you, like, oh, you want a PlayStation, you want an Xbox. But the scam is they're like, you have to pay me for shipping. And then they don't ship you anything. So that's the scam they're trying to do there. So never, I promise, it sucks, but it's true. Nobody wins giveaways they didn't enter. Nobody's going to give you a free Xbox. You're not going to get free Nitro. No one's giving out stuff for free. And if they were, you would know, and you would have entered on purpose. No one's winning prizes randomly without entering it, you know? So it's good to keep that in mind. No one's going to give you money for free. You're not going to get a prize for free. There's unfortunately nobody that well-intentioned out there. Nothing is paid for with Google Play gift cards. Yeah, seriously. Oh my goodness. My grandma tells me, this like makes my blood boil thinking about how this happens to these people. But my grandma gets all kinds of spam calls, and luckily she's like knows, and she is not gonna fall for it. She's kind of like aware that they're trying to scam her. But sometimes she'll like stay on the phone and mess with them. And she tells me this story. She gets this call, the same call, often. And the call will be someone being like, it's your grandson. I've been in an accident, or like I'm in jail and I need you to send me money to help me. And they'll like pretend to be her grandson. And that's horrible. She gets that call often from people pretending to be her grandson. And she's always like, well, okay, I have one grandson and he's in Florida, so like she knows it's not true, but like that's really, really scary because think about how many people could fall for that. That's awful, vile, preying on people like that. But anyway, both your grandparents have gotten that call. Yeah, it's scary. She gets a whole bunch of calls like that of them trying to scam her out of things. And I think it's really easy for people to fall for it if they don't know any better. It's really, really upsetting. And they're the people that are doing it are preying on them for that, right? Because they know that it's easy for them to fall for, you know? Yes, and like fake insurance stuff happens all the time. Yeah, it's really upsetting. Your grandparents always get those calls? Yeah, it sucks. Anyway, the IRS will never call you. Great thing to point out. Yeah, that's not going to happen. Not like that. Anyway, good of us to talk about this, honestly, because I feel like it's good to keep in mind, because some people might not know that it's common, you know? Yeah, you won't get a call from Social Security either. That's not real. These are government agencies, everyone. They like mail. Snail mail. Paper letters, okay? You'll get an official one. And sometimes you get scam letters in the mail that are acting like, you get like scam car insurance letters in the mail. So they even do that. They're everywhere trying to do it. Oh. Anyway, it is upsetting. Yeah, she's here because it's dinner time. Is what's happening. Can you tell she came here right at 7? Yeah. She's here because she wants me to go downstairs and feed her. Can you tell? She gets here right on the dot every time. Anyway, I'm trying to like get to know Marvin a little bit better before I leave stream though. Okay, let's compliment appearance. What age is she? She just turned 15. She turned 15 over the weekend. So. Me too, Olive. I get so many spam calls. I do not answer my phone. If I don't know who you are and I wasn't expecting a call, I'm not answering the phone. Ever. First of all, you can leave a voicemail. I never answer the phone for anything. Absolutely not. You got a spam text soliciting a job today? Oh, weird. I get all kinds of spam texts that are like, your Netflix account needs renewing. No, it doesn't, and you're not Netflix. Stuff like that. Yeah. If you want a quick resource to teach your loved ones about scams, the little black book of scams from the Australian government is super handy. Oh, that's good to know. I'll have to look into that. That's helpful. Yeah, I feel like we have this conversation on stream a lot, to be honest, because there's so many internet ones that people get affected by. So, okay. Let's see. I would like to go home. Where do I live? Brindleton Bay. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, and like spam texts about PayPal. I get those too. Yeah, no, those are never real. Let me see if I can find an example of one that maybe is a fake text and we can read it out loud. I usually delete them. So let me see if I can find one if I scroll back far enough. Oh, look at this. Your Netflix membership is on hold. We're having some trouble with your current billing information. It says, to using your account as normally. To using your account as normally. Please follow the instructions by click on link below. And there's a bizarre link and then it says Netflix services. And the account that sent it is like a ridiculous set of, do you see how long that is? They have like a ridiculous long email address is who sent that to me. It's like a whole bunch of like keyboard spam almost. So don't click that link. That's not real. It's trying to get me to click the link so they can steal my Netflix account, I think. But don't click it, you know? Make sure you're like vigilant about who the number is and like what it is, the email is messaging you, stuff like that. Always check and see, because I can give away scammers, you know? And see if the link looks like a real link, because that Netflix link, it's netflixaccount.node.911 at env-53. Like, it's a really weird link. That's not a Netflix link, you know? Like, a real Netflix link would be normal. Yeah, and you can also, if you're unsure, you can try and Google the email or the phone number just to be safe as well. That's a great thing to point out. Yeah, if you get a message about your account, if you get a message about like your Netflix account like that, if I were you, instead of clicking that link, because it's, you know, pretty fake seeming, log on to your real Netflix account. Like, go yourself to netflix.com, log in, and then maybe change your password there instead of clicking the link. Because that way you know it's legit and there's no scary stuff going on with weird links. So, anyway, hopefully that makes sense. Good thing to talk about, chat. Chippy, Laura, hi! Thank you for the 68 months. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Well, that's the thing also, Iggy. Yeah, I don't pay for my Netflix either. Well, they killed Netflix, didn't they? I'm on my mom's Netflix. I was, at least. So I shouldn't be getting Netflix emails. I don't pay for it. How do you have my phone number? Fake Netflix. But anyway. They ruined Netflix. They really did. Terrible. Did they try hard? That's so frustrating. Your work makes you do training and then sends you fake phishing emails as a test. Yeah, a lot of companies do that with the fake phishing emails. Yeah. You used your dad's Netflix for your watch history. That's the part that sucks, because even if you have, like, if you could get Netflix yourself, like, I want all my old accounts. I guess you can switch it over, can't you, if you get a new one, but still. It's very frustrating. Very, very frustrating. You're still using your dad's? Oh, Netflix kicked me out of my mom's. It said, this is not a part of your household. Yeah. And? Sure, I am an adult married homeowner, but I want my mom's Netflix. I pay for some streaming services. She pays for Netflix. We share them. Sure, yeah. Whatever. Anyway, Netflix, I don't like you anymore. Oh my gosh, my cat is staring at the screen. She's watching the ghost move around. That's really cute, actually. Snap, do you like this? I think you might like to look at this. What do you think? Oh no, she turned her head. She doesn't care anymore. What is that? Oh, it's a laser light show. Let There Be Light laser show. So that makes no sense. You live in a dorm and you can't share with your family. Absolute nonsense. I don't understand why they did this. Well, I do understand it's about money, but there isn't anything that good on Netflix anymore, to the point where it's like, I really want to pay for it, you know? I don't think it was very smart of them to do this. If you missed it, Netflix changed their rules to like crack down on password sharing. So if you try and log into Netflix from a house that isn't like the house that mostly uses Netflix. So for example, my sister logged into my mom's account, right? I tried to like log on and go onto my Netflix account that I've been sharing with them, and it says, this isn't part of your household, because I don't live with my parents anymore. And then it says you can either like make a new account or not use Netflix. It's trying to force you. It's using like your IP address to figure out that you're not in the same place as them. It fully kicked me out of it, so. Anyway, oh, Dan's out. He's left, he's outside of the urgent care. That's good news. Finally. Took him so long. He's been there for hours. Is he okay? Yeah, he's having some like really bad foot problems. But he'll hopefully be okay. He hasn't said anything. I don't know. Anyway. Hopefully he's gonna be okay. All right, well, I probably should get off stream here in a minute anyway, because my cat is begging for food, so. She's been sitting here, she's demanding to be fed, so I probably should leave. Time to get a VPN. Well, I have a VPN. I guess I hadn't considered using it to watch Netflix. Would it work for them to think I'm at my parents' house? I didn't think about it. Oh, my hair is a mess. Look at that. Oops. No judging, okay? She's hungry, so I have to go feed her. Look at this, just an ear. Okay, let me go see you all's live. I don't think that'll work though. I don't really know. Okay. Let me see. I want to raid someone who is also playing The Sims. What about... Oh, how about this? Pale Green M is playing Not So Berry on the Gray Gen. That sounds like fun. Let's go over there, shall we? All right. Poor Snap is starving. She's clearly never been fed in her life with the way she's gonna start acting. As if she wasn't fed this morning. Anyway, have a great night, everybody. Say bye to them, Snap. I'll see you all, oh, tomorrow I'm gonna stream at nighttime. I'm gonna do like a Simsie After Dark stream. I'm gonna be live kind of late, and we're gonna farm, I think, tomorrow. So I'll see you there. Sad Stardew. Sad meaning Simsie After Dark. So we're gonna do a late night Stardew Valley thing. So that is the plan. Simsie drinking? No, just farming. Just farming. But have a good rest of your night. I'll see you all later. Go say hi to Pale Green M for me. And I'll catch you in a bit, okay? Okay, good night, everybody. Bye. Oh, I can't see the stop streaming button. There it is.